What up, guys? How are we doing? Hello? It's not working. Why isn't this fucking button working? I don't understand. Here we go. Let's see if it'll work this way. Oh, there it goes. Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm fucking all over the place fighting with this fucking pop stop. Shit's out of whack today. But you know what? It's Friday, so who gives a fuck? We're gonna do this. I don't care about this. I'm gonna fucking throw this thing in a minute. I swear to God. This is just. Do you see this? Do you fucking see what I'm dealing with here? Do you see this shit? Like, look at this. No which way I twist it will it fucking work unless I... Oh, that's pretty good. All right, we got it. Hey, all right. How's that for an opening? What's up, guys? Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of whatever the fuck this is. Still haven't named it. Put out a bunch of feelers. Nobody really responded. It's real weird, but, you know, that's what we're doing. We're live here on this Tuesday. It's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty excited. Another week comes to an end. This represents episode 25, which, you know, it's 23 more than I thought I'd make. We got a great show for you today. I customized a lot of the shit. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, to interact with, to do all that shit. But, you know how it goes. Who the fuck is anybody to say anybody? Here we are. We're in. We're welcome. Somebody registered Maddie Urock. That's pretty good. I like that. You got Freaky D. You got all kinds of people. You're going to have a great show. This is how we're going so far. Hello. Welcome. How are you guys holding up? Is everybody holding up? I feel like... Oh, nice. Cheers. Thank you, Bly Dog. Super awesome. Does this stream ever have any MTG content? Yeah, sometimes. I guess. I don't know. Not really. I mean, it can. Do you want some? Is that what you want? That's you can have MTG content, dude. Nobody cares. Nothing has changed for you. Yeah, Cecil, you're one of those people that just has had to work through all this shit, right? I'm doing good. I ran out of beer, so I went to the liquor store, and none of that is chilled enough for me to enjoy it. But you know, when in doubt, I went and got a whole nother bottle of my absolute favorite vodka, Beluga. Love this shit. So you know, it being our Friday and this being an at-home show, you know what? We're just gonna fucking dig right in. Nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, this one's going to be loose already. I can already tell. That's what's happening. The rabid raccoons are bored. The cats may be contemplating their deaths. Yeah, that'll happen. Cats fucking hate people, man. That's if I know one thing about cats from having them, that's one thing that I can really pop up. Yeah, how are we doing? What should we get into today? Should we I don't know. It's a very weird show right now for me. I'm gonna tell you this and see how it's met. But I actually had a friend of mine die, and they're doing like an open candle vigil thing for her right now tonight, and it's just really weird because I have this show, so it's like I have to choose. And the friend was like a big supporter of comedy, so like there's no way that she would want this show to not happen, you know, which is part of the problem. So what happens now when I hit going? I'm going to try to see what happens. Candlelight Memorial? Everywhere? Oh, it's not a live thing. It's just a fucking... They made it sound like it was a live funeral or something, and I was going to see what happened, but whatever. Didn't happen. Yeah. What up? Hi, Tom. Welcome, Tom. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it sucks, but... Yeah, I got to light a candle and tell some fucking jokes, right? That's exactly what it is. We're going to get on. I've been working on a lot of fun, weird shit for this show that I think you guys are going to like. None of it I was able to make... active today, which is not my goal. I was trying to get some stuff in, but I got some audio sketches coming. I got some format shit. I got just like a bunch of shit down the pipe going on with this, and that's I'm pretty excited. I think a lot of this is going to be real good, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about that. Makes me happy to know that this show is working for right now. You know, I mean, I just like the whole thing was, who knew if this was sustainable? But thanks to help from people like you, not only is it sustainable, but I've been helping pay a lot of my bills. So don't forget to go to Venmo or PayPal at Corey Adam Comedy. As far as the name, I mean, we've got a bunch of people telling me what the name should be on Facebook. I'm going to gather the best 5 of, and then I think I'm going to do a straw poll in here. If I get the Nightbot to work, I'll try to do that over the weekend, and then maybe next week we'll pick a fucking name. Right now we have all up in this Twitch, get Twitch rich scheme. Here's the deal. Corey Adam Show, and there's one other one. Oh, Dwarf Funeral. I don't know why, but Dwarf Funeral makes me really happy. Corey's comedy makes me twitch. Yeah, I mean, that's... Who knows there, too? I mean, like... I don't know. Who knows? The name is secondary, but... who cares? That's the reality. Oh yeah. Natgram for girls. Well, you know, who cares? Who cares what you fucking like? Are you guys getting enough coronavirus news? Is that being amply covered? Because if not, we can jump into it. There's a whole lot more going on. Today, shit's already going up. We got, let's see here. There you go. Is that going to work on the desktop? Yeah, it is. Nice. USA death toll, 45,000. Yesterday we added 2,800. That's crazy. Let's break it down by state, shall we? We got New York adding more. Yesterday was 7. I don't know why. They must be. They update whenever they update it. These updates here have the numbers swapped up, but they don't. So no new cases and no deaths, are just they haven't updated that yet. But these counts are current. So it's. Yeah, and you got the total cases per population, total death population. I mean, it's not a good time to really be living in New York, because it's pretty crazy. It's weird if you look at the testing, though. You know, they keep telling us this testing will work, but outside of Oklahoma, everybody that has a bunch of testing, it didn't really fucking do much. We're still just absolutely crushing everybody else, though. We're double everybody else, including China, who... Oh, wow, look at that. China has 30 new cases, guys. That's real weird because they've pronounced it cured a while ago. So that's pretty awesome. It's fine if you don't leave your house. Yeah, no, I mean, hey, who cares, right? I mean, I left my house today, but it was to get booze, right? Booze can't kill me. Who cares? The main thing, I mean, I discovered a lot about fucking this shit today that really, like, shocked me, and I wanted to share some of it with you. I'm going to see what we can do as far as not getting copyright complaints. I had yesterday's episode, we had the fucking Macho Man, the $1 Million Man bit where he kicked the ball away from the kid, and that got a complete ban. Like, what's so funny is that YouTube only partially bans stuff that has content. They just make it so you can't monetize, unless the people whose content you're using have paid them a lot of money. So like WWE, they're like, no, we don't play that, bitch. All of this is ours, and that's what we're fucking doing. And they do. You know, there's not really anything you can do about it, which is fucking just absolutely crazy to me. But whatever. There's a lot of confusion about COVID. Like, COVID is a very weird thing for a lot of us, right? Like, I think we can all agree this is not like anything we've really lived through before, and most of us will be telling our kids about this going forward. I mean, this is something that will change our lives forever. And one of the things I think that's super interesting is how the narrative and the facts for COVID keep changing. And people like want to put a lot of conspiracy theory behind that. Like, oh, it's this, it's that. The reality is that this is not something that a lot of people have seen before. And so that makes it kind of what it is, you know? And we got some videos that I'll probably play a little later on. We probably cover some of them right now, but I wanted to actually see if he's around so we could dig into this. Let's see if he can get. Well, let's first off, let's do the tour of duty. Who should we bug? Should we bug Tom or should we bug Johnny? I feel like Johnny doesn't take it as well. Tom will be more unexpected. I feel like we got to go. It's Tom's show, right? We got to go Tom. Yeah, here we go. Tommy boy, right out the gates. Going early with Tom. What up, buddy? Good. You're live on Twitch right now.
Yeah, again, I figured.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought we'd call you early and before somebody else came up and said you were a crackhead. So today we're leading off. Who do you think will be the crackhead today?
I don't know who else are you gonna have on.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're here to find out, right?
You want me to just name drop somebody?
Yeah, like if you were to find out someone was a crackhead, who do you think it would be?
I don't know. And you're not gonna call this person, but probably Margaret. I mean, just because
I'm definitely not calling Margaret.
Exactly, but I'm just saying she would definitely strike me as somebody who's hiding being a crackhead because of her holier than thou kind of attitude towards drugs and alcohol now. You know, like ooh, like she's never done anything right in her life, anyways. What? Who else? I don't know. Well, I don't want to say this person's name because I think it would just be rude to say it, but I'll just say it's another one of the turkey guys, if you will.
Oh wow.
I mean, you know who I'm talking about. So
no, Tom, I don't. You better give me definitive names.
Get fucked.
I also, hey, I'm helping you promote. So I put up that sweet headshot of you and your Monday appearance on the Mill City Comedy.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
People don't know what to do, though, because I've only been showing old pictures of you, so now everybody in the chat is asking if you ate someone. Like, because I put all these, like, old school pictures of you, so they think you're just that svelte little kid, but they don't realize you're a mildly obese old man.
Well, I mean, all those Willie's pictures and stuff like that would be a pretty rotund dude as well, so.
Yeah, but I feel like you're even fatter now.
Oh, I definitely am. It's real. It's real.
Like we all are, not just you. It's not a mean like going after you thing. I'm certainly not the one to call the kettle fat, as it were.
No, I mean, let's be honest here. We've had this conversation before. We both could stand to lose a few lbs and stuff like that. So.
Yeah,
no,
and I get mad whenever you call them lbs.
Do you really?
I always hated that abbreviation. Right? Like, why is it pounds? Like, it's not. That's not. There's no L or B in the word pound.
I think it's something to deal with, like, the Latin for...
Well, guess what? I'm fucking American. You abbreviate in English, motherfucker. We could all stand to lose a QPDs. That doesn't work, does it?
Did you say QPDs? A few PDs? Are
Quarter pounders.
Tonight?
Quarter pounders.
Quarter pounders? Who would want to... You can't just lose quarter pounds, man.
Why not?
What scale are you using? You got a nice digital scale over there?
Well, yeah, just for the powders.
Scale money?
Just for the powders.
Hey, fair enough.
What's the best crack you've ever had, Tom?
Oh, here we go again. I've never done crack.
Oh shit! Now, why do you think our listeners don't believe that?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. Again, it's been explained to them that I didn't start smoking marijuana until 32. So
I would barely say you smoke marijuana, really. I mean, not to prove your point, but I mean, like you've like tasted it a couple times, right? Like, I mean, how many times do you think you've smoked weed?
there's for sure at least a couple times I got high, but
Wait, are there times you've smoked weed and didn't get high? You're that guy?
yeah, I mean, there's just times I've partaken, but I mean, definitely both. I mean,
Oh,
both times
now
were
they're
huge.
turning on me. They said Bly Dog says he's actually on your side about the quarter pound thing. You guys can get fucked. How about that?
Well, I mean, I just didn't know you had a digital scale. Again, my bad.
Bly Dog immediately typed as I was saying. He typed, "Don't tell him." He doesn't want you to know anyone's on your side, Tom. You've alienated
Well,
people to the point where they feel like you need an enemy.
they've already said that I'm the heel of this show, so
Yeah,
I
but you're doing a
mean,
real babyface thing right now.
just having a conversation with you. I'm sorry. Let's uphold kayfabe, you fucking Guido. How about that, huh?
Wow,
Let's
somebody's been
let's.
getting drunk by themselves and watching Dark Side of the Ring.
Actually, I haven't drank
I was talking about
today,
me.
and oh, uh,
Way to take it to a personal level, though, Tom.
did you see what episode you are on Dark Side of the Ring?
Well, there's a new one that just came out tonight, right? They
Well,
come out
that's
on
not. It's
Tuesdays.
not. It's not airing. It hasn't aired yet. It'll be on like in an hour or so.
I thought it started at 8. I always watch them late at night, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, they always recap last week's episode, and then they got the new one.
How many
The
comics do you think
assassination
are
of
legit
Dino.
quitting after your status?
When I asked that question,
Yeah.
probably not enough. Um, I mean, if we're being
Balls
real
hanger says hi.
nice, give balls hanger. Um, honestly, if I had it my way, the scene in Minneapolis itself would probably just be cut in half. I mean, because we
Ironically, you
already got,
still wouldn't be working though.
no, exactly. I'm not saying that I would be. I said I'm not. I'm not implying that I would be
Which
still
half
out
would you
there.
be? Which half would you be?
If I had it my way, I would find a way of not going back.
That's what I was
But
just gonna say. Because if you say anything but quitting, you're lying.
no, exactly. I mean,
All of us wish we could quit. Like, there's
yeah,
no greater moment in a stand-up comedian's life when he found out his buddy quit. Because it's like, oh, sweet, you got out.
yeah, exactly. Like some of the guys I've known that are very funny and respectable guys, and when they quit, I'm just like, man, that sucks. We can't hear your jokes no more. But good for you, like Reynoso when he quit and P-Val when he quit. I was like, fuck, that sucks, but I understand it.
Who's your favorite comic that's quit over the time you've done comedy?
There's their material or like person wise.
Just as a comic, I guess.
Well, I don't know. Is Isaac back doing it again or no?
No, you should go back and listen to that episode where we were saying that you smoke crack. It was because Isaac talked about smoking crack beforehand.
Yeah, I know that.
You should
You
listen to that
explained
episode.
to me.
It's really interesting.
All right, I'll go back and watch it. But
And you can
um,
hear how just audibly funny it is to get your goat.
I'll probably want to listen through to Isaac's part, and that's about it. Because I hate myself and you. So anyhow,
Why do you feel like your hatred for yourself is growing? I feel like you're more self-deprecating than you normally are through this quarantine. It's like you've had to face the fact that you hate yourself even more than you thought you did.
yeah, it's a sad reality, but it is reality still.
Do you feel alone
Um,
in your own skin, Tom?
no, I
When you go to masturbate, does it sometimes just end in tears?
never in tears,
Okay.
but always loneliness. Anyhow,
Are you so unattractive you have a hard time getting it up when you're trying to jerk yourself off?
no, because
Okay.
I still find the porno that is arousing.
What is your favorite
Arousing.
kind of porn?
Well, it varies from day to day. Sometimes it's lesbian porn is going to get me off. Sometimes it's just even like the porn music videos where it's just basically like a run through of a bunch of clips because apparently I have a
Wait, did
short
you say
attention
porn
span.
music videos?
Yeah, where basically they'll play a well a song and then they'll just do like clips over the music.
So you're just
A lot of
watching
times,
like AC/DC while some chick gets railed?
Well, I mean, it's like clips, so again, it's well, it's more like it's a visual stimulation and stuff, along with the porno stimulating you in other ways. So it's a weird thing. I don't know. I don't even know how I fell into it, to be honest with you.
Do you like throw your hand that's not fucking jerking off, like just fucking up in the air with like devil horns? You're just like, Dio. Have you
Well, a
ever
lot
got the
of times
job?
it's
Have you ever got the job done to Holy Diver? Is what I'm asking.
no, but that would probably be a good one to for them to do. But a lot of times it's more like EDM or house music or um, even like
Cream
some
of Jeans
old techno and
Studio,
shit.
who is responsible for our intro music and a lot of sound clips, go to Cream of Jeans Studios on YouTube, says, I always took Tom for more of a puddle of mud kind of dude. Puddle,
Uh,
don't you mean puddle of pud? See what I did
yes,
there?
that's a good one.
Magic Cosmo says $30. He likes furry art.
Nope.
So when you're going to just like get the jack done, there's no fucking like tails involved.
No.
Excuse me, bitch.
Okay.
Nope. I don't know. Again, it just kind of depends on the day and what kind of mood I'm in.
Sometimes you're like fucking I want to see Smash Mouth while a chick's getting fucking banged.
Listening to Smash Mouth. Actually, what I would prefer is if there's a porn where she's getting smashed and she's listening to Smash Mouth at the same time.
That's an oddly specific fantasy. I'm not here to shame you. I'm just
Exactly.
saying that's oddly specific.
Yeah, I know.
What's your
You
favorite?
came
What's
up
your
with
favorite one of those music videos?
it.
Cream of Jeans
I don't
Studio
know.
says smashed in the mouth, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Cream of Jeans. We got it. That's literally where the joke was going.
Otsu says he's
Um,
into old porn. Ask Gladys.
I think that's called mature, and Wegs has a better joke on that than what he just came up with. But good on you. That's a good burn on me.
How does it feel to
Uh,
know that years after Willie's, you're still tied to Sandy?
it's all your fucking fault. To be honest with you, it's all your fault.
I didn't do anything. I never told her to go to Willie's.
No, it's your fault with this group of fucking maniacs you call fans. That
You talking about the Adamaholics?
don't try and fucking
Come on, what?
the Animaholics.
Yeah.
No. Let's be honest.
The bombastic fans.
You should just call them alcoholics. We all know what they are, okay?
Look, they may or may not be alcoholics, but they're still fans. They're here to see if I will
Yeah.
eventually drown in a luchador mask. That's what they want to see.
You're gonna drown in a luchador mask.
Yeah.
Is this something I missed earlier in this show or what?
Yeah, if you followed the show, you'd know more about the active stunts we have going on.
Sorry, I was just catching. I'm still trying to catch up from Jeopardy. Okay, like the reason I was so mad the other day was because it's right in the middle of the college championship, and I kind of wanted to see. And guess what? If you didn't know, a kid from the U of M ended up winning this year. So go Gophers, right?
Matt Doima says the Atomaniacs. That one's all right.
No, that one's pretty okay.
Freaky
did you hear,
Deaky says, fuck you, Tom, you sore little bitch.
Oh, okay, Jesus. Do I
Yeah.
know this fucking person?
I don't know. I mean, they all know you. They know you from your days with Gladys. On
Yeah,
your
but do
VH1
I
behind the
know-
music, on your VH1 behind the music, Tom, it's going to be 45 minutes of Gladys.
Jesus.
Tom
I
Chillstrom
hope
was
not.
never able to reach the heights of his career once him and Sandy went their separate ways.
You're such an ass. What were we talking about though? Before you
We're
rudely
talking about
brought
how you're
back up
mad that your
stupid
glory
bitch?
days of Gladys have passed you by.
That's not. You know, Corey.
What?
Sometimes you can be very supportive, and then other days, you just. God, you're just. I don't know, man. You're a bigger pain in the ass than you should be.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. We're friends and stuff like that, and you're
Yeah.
a bigger pain in my ass than like my family ever has been to me or anything like that.
That's because
so
unlike your family, I actually love you.
that's not true at all. My brother loves me, and so does his family. So
Uh-huh. Well, why aren't they having you on their Twitch show and giving you shit?
because they don't have a Twitch show, because
Right,
they're
because
not.
they don't love you, Tom.
they don't seek attention from fucking strangers,
if
you
they loved
weirdo.
you, they would be on Twitch helping you promote your appearance on Mill City Comedy March 16th on Facebook Live, 5:30 p.m.
You know, I had actually done one a week or so prior to that was released about a week earlier. So
Same thing, same Mill City.
no, cult, creative cult podcast. This was a buddy of mine
That's a
from
cool name.
growing up. Yeah, it's him as a DJ, as a host, and then the other host is a photographer, and they're both involved with marketing, and then actually their sound guy is another guy I went to school with and grew up with, who's also a photographer, and then the gal who runs their social media account is a model. That's also been part of that show. So I
wonder how many of them are Corey Adam prophets, apostles, Adam apostles.
I don't know. Actually, the guy who ran it, actually, him and another guy I grew up with, they did come out to Willie's once on a Sunday, so they do know who the fuck you are.
So they probably hate me.
I think I actually name dropped you in that show. I don't know. I think I did.
Nice. Attaboy.
No, not attaboy. I could
Why not?
really give a shit about you. Well, because if I would have known that this Twitch show would end up like this for me, then I probably would.
What do you mean like this for you? Why are you trying to make yourself the victim here? You're having fun. What are you gonna do? You're gonna sit in your fucking house and pout otherwise. This is the closest to socializing with people you'll get, Tom. When's the last time you had a vocal audience of 24 viewers? And these people like you. They just like how mad you get over no reason.
Jesus, 24 people? I don't know the last time. I don't know. That's a good question.
Cream and Jean says 27, dick. Freaky Deaky says he's good enough to get attention and love from strangers. More than you can say, you James Corden-looking douche. Oh, you do kind of look like James Corden in that picture. I never noticed that.
Yeah. No, I've been told that, and I've Nick from Acme has referred to me as, oh God, what did he call me?
Ginger on that receipt.
No, it was another one. It's something knockoff or ripoff Conan or something like that, or Fat Conan or something. I don't know, something like that.
Fat Conan.
Yeah.
Conan the librarian.
Another one he had for me was Epic Pale, which is pretty damn good.
Holy shit, dude! That needs to be the name of your podcast.
Yeah, Epic Pale.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And then dude, that's like so built in. You can call your fans the Pale Army.
Well, that sounds like I'm trying to just exclude a whole group of people there, though, Corey. So, no.
All right. What about the Pale Club, but you spell club with a K? Is that better?
Definitely not.
Is that better?
Nope.
Did I fix it?
Way worse.
Oh shit!
Way worse.
Why is that worse?
All
right. What about Chillstrom Comedy Consciousness, and we spell it with all K's?
Well, first of all, because Chillstrom can't be spelled with a K.
Yeah, it can.
Actually, yes, it can. Yes.
Kahilstrom.
Yeah, I suppose if it was closer to the original Swedish spelling, as we've learned also from Chell's joke about his name.
Oh, what about Tom of the Kill? It's like King of the Hill. With Tom.
Or Tom of the Chill could have worked too, you know.
I feel like no. And here come the Uncle Tom's Cabin jokes.
Yep.
I feel like that. I feel like that's just like I love annoying you. It's one of my favorite things to do. Because not a lot of people know this about you, but like you're a big softy that never really lashes back at everybody. And I feel like I allow you this conduit of hate that you can just go into because I don't care and you know that.
True.
And I feel like you're just not really thinking your marketing angle. Chillstrom Comedy Club, man. Oh, here we go. Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
That was Mikey Two Milk, so take that out on him.
Yeah, no, I've been called that one before. I mean, really, honestly, there's nothing that these people call me that I haven't already heard before as far as
Sarge says Tom
like
Chillstrom talks funny jokes, bud.
Is that a recommendation for a comedy album or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's either I don't know what happened there. That's either a recommendation for something or he's just projecting. I have no idea what that is, but that's what happened.
or it's a weird like I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna make up words for a title for an Adult Swim show like the Eric Andre show or something. I don't know.
Tom
Anyhow,
goes to the gayer.
the what?
Tom goes to gayer, instead of Tom goes to mayor. They're not getting better, Tom. I'm sorry. I'm not writing these. I'm just reading them, so don't get mad at me.
Yeah, you ever follow like a thread on Facebook and you just realize that everybody's getting dumber as the thread goes on?
Yeah, have you not seen my Facebook?
Yeah, I don't know why I actually asked you that.
Yeah, no, not only have I done that, but
you facilitated it.
oh yeah, I would even go beyond that. I would say enabled it.
Yeah.
What about
No,
the
you
Corey
really
Adam collectors? It's pretty good.
Is that
right?
what they want their? Is that what they want their name to be?
No, the Covenant has spoken a while ago.
The Covenant.
Yeah.
That's what they want to be called. The Covenant.
Oatsu's calling you Carrot Bottom. I've been calling him Carrot Bottom for years. That's a hack.
Yeah, you have. Gosh.
Rusty Grammer says, I'm trying to go to prison just so I can write Corey a heartfelt letter from jail. Yeah, I want a jail cell letter. I still haven't. That still has never happened. There was a joking one sent to the station. When I first joined Steel Toe, Tom, my only real radio dream is I wanted to get fan mail from somebody in prison.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, they got that juvie center up there.
Well, Juvie Center. No, I want it from that fucking weird-ass Shawshank prison up there. Have you ever seen the prison in St. Cloud?
Yeah, it's a juvie center now.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's not a real jail.
Why the fuck would you send kids to a haunted house?
Well, because they only use like half of it now.
There's no way that's just a juvie center.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain.
We'll see about this, motherfucker.
You Googling it right now?
Yeah, I'm fucking Googling it right now.
I do believe that's the Sherburne County sides too, so
It's what?
that might be part of it. I think that might be part of it because I think that's on the Sherburne County side of St. Cloud. So
It just says correctional facility, and it has like a fucking crazy-ass castle picture. I bet these people from St. Cloud would know.
How many people from St. Cloud you got on this?
I don't know. That's what we're here to find out.
Have you been pushing this on the Steel Toe show or no?
I also still want a gun. That's true.
Or is Imholt not allowing you to promote your show?
No, he's allowing me to promote. He actually wants me to do it on his channel.
Oh, I suppose that would make sense. Yeah.
I haven't yet because I'm so lazy. And the thing is, I've got all the sound effects and stuff, and they're all programmed into my my thing.
Oh, okay.
If it's just the letter, just PM me. Are you in jail right now? Is this your fucking amount of fucking things? That's awesome.
Was that to me or to somebody else?
Somebody else. I'll go after you later.
I'm so glad you call me and then talk to them.
Yeah, I want you to interact with these people. I want you to gain some fucking fans, Tom. You could use it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. What are they saying
I called
now?
you from jail. Somebody said I called you from jail. You didn't answer. Yeah, I don't answer unknown numbers. I'm a guy that has collectors calling me. I don't answer phone numbers I don't know. I don't even answer phone numbers I do know, let alone ones I don't. Fuck that.
Well, also, too, how would they get your number from jail? I mean...
Well, my number's on my Facebook. I'm not scared of the internet, Tom.
Well, my number's on my Facebook, too.
My Facebook is completely public. Wait, is that true?
No, it's not now.
It's not now! True facts, baby. Savage D says, bring back Favre. They're talking about Dan Mogul. You're doing so bad right now, they want Dan Mogul back on. Think about that.
Hold on, you had Dan Mogul on?
Yeah.
No. Fair enough. I didn't think I was doing that poorly. I'm just trying to listen to the comments and stuff, so.
Well, you were, and now you are.
See, now I feel like I gotta pull up fucking Twitch now and watch the fucking show I'm on. Oh, God, you used that fucking photo? Jesus Christ.
Did you just come in? Are you in there?
Yeah, I just
Which photo did you think I would? Say hi to the people so they can interact with you, man. These are your fans. They want to love you, Tom. Why won't you let them love you?
I don't know, because love is a foreign topic and idea for me, so.
If you type in exclamation hi, Tom, the robot will say hello to you. There's a lot of Tom tags in our chat box because of you.
Yeah, I know.
You're a beloved part of this show, buddy.
Thanks.
You finally made it. How does it feel?
Great, I guess.
You're just mad you admitted your number was on Facebook, huh?
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna. That's me.
Is that what you're doing right now? You're taking it down?
Yeah. Now I am. It's just because of the psychopaths that exist in your fan base. I do not need to. I'm not afraid. I was never afraid of it until literally this fucking moment. I just let that fucking.
Yeah, when you're
go.
like, well, I've got some personal information out there, and then you're like, ooh.
Yeah, now I'm desperately trying to get out there fucking quick now before these people can find me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Jesus. What the fuck?
What happened, buddy? You all right?
Nothing. Yeah, no, I'm literally just trying to find it now. Damn it, where the fuck is it?
I can post your number in the chat room if it's like you're just trying to find the number.
Nope, please don't do that.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I would actually appreciate not putting my number in there.
Ugh,
What in the fuck?
You're so pedestrian.
I'm not pedestrian. First of all, wouldn't that be somebody who's plain, doesn't do anything? I'm on these streets working every day, Corey. Come
I'm on
man.
these streets. I forget how street you are, Tom. That's on me.
I'm not that street though. God damn, I should just make my profile fucking private or some shit. Until I can figure out how to take this shit down. God, I hate the fucking apps. It's almost easier to just go through the fucking.
I know, dude. That app
page.
is so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
it's like easier. It's easier to go on your phone, pop into Safari than it is to just go on a fucking computer.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Like, yeah, the app for iPhone or iPad is terrible, and then the same thing for fucking Android. It's just fucking awful. God, what in the? I don't. God. See more privacy settings. Jesus Christ. You know what? Fuck it. It's out there. I don't give a fuck.
There you go. Savage D says, "Don't be such a Karen, Tom."
Are they getting that off of your Facebook post from earlier
Oh man,
today?
I hope not, or that gets real weird.
I didn't follow along. I just saw that post and I was like, this can't be serious. I thought that was literally just a meme.
Oh no,
made.
that's a thing. That meme isn't even anything. That's a thing.
Jesus, really? See, I think that's the saddest thing is because of the fact that people can't fucking take jokes now, and then people get fucking bent out of shape. Here's another thing. Okay, so women, apparently white women, are getting upset about being called Karens.
Yep.
How about this? Don't be fucking Karens then. You know, it's a basic bitch mentality, and they don't want to fucking hear it. I've been called Ginger my whole fucking entire life, basically. You don't hear me bitching about it.
So you're saying you don't have. You're saying that you don't have a built-up amount of sympathy for this.
No, why would I? And again, you're still a white woman who's just assigned to act that way. Okay? I mean, any other fucking racial slur or slur in general used towards people is generally brought on by hate.
Well, you've heard my whole theory about all this shit, right?
No, not really.
Oh, and it's not very popular, but are you ready for this?
Sure.
I think that obviously not all, right? But a large amount of quote-unquote racial inequality and racial injustice is being perpetuated by white women. Like specifically white women. I don't know where the memo came from, but they basically elected themselves queens of all minorities. So they just a lot of the shit that happens is like white women getting offended on behalf of something.
Right. Absolutely. And I mean, it's because of the fact that they want to stand for something, but it doesn't make sense for them to be the ones outcrying all of the other groups. And then they get so upset when they are, cast aside by, like Black Lives Matter is a good example, right? Like how many of the white women that you know that supported that cause, and then when they were so vocal about it, and then being basically just told to stop being so fucking white, trying to overtake something by
I think
people
the thing for me was when that white chick got killed by that black police officer in Northeast, and nobody was covering it. Like it's like I get that you're focusing on stuff, but like if Black Lives Matter wants to say that the big thing is racial inequality and just the cops overstepping their bounds, you had a persecuted person in a woman, because people, women are a persecuted fucking species, I guess I'll say.
Right.
No way I don't get complaints about that. But the whole thing is that this weird mentality of like getting offended for somebody else, it's like the word retard, right? Like it's getting to the point where people can say retard again. But for a while, people were getting offended by it. And I would get mad because I would be like, the only person that's really getting offended by retard isn't retarded. Because you could go up to somebody that's retarded and they don't even know what you're saying a lot of the times.
Oh, shit! Right.
And that's not a popular opinion, but like, don't try to fucking stress on me because some dude with the palsy, because nobody ever called somebody retarded. That's not what that's for.
Right.
There's a medical term called mentally retarded. If somebody is being mentally deficient, you call them retarded. That's it. And then the moment you can't do that, okay, so let's say we all move over to dumbass. The problem with this shit is that it never fucking ends. Like, look at all the people that tried to get cuck outlawed. Like, there are people that say you can't say cuck. Cuck is, like, really offensive to some people right now.
And it
probably some Karens.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably, because I'm sure that they're dating a bunch of cucks and they don't understand, why would you say that about somebody? First of all, also, it is one of the greatest words that William Shakespeare ever wrote down.
Is cuck?
First of all. Yeah. Cuckold?
Yeah.
And
oh shit, somebody just called you a ginger Karen. That's from Bly Dog.
Yeah, I saw that on here.
Oh yeah, you're in the chat now. This is okay, so you're actually in there.
Yeah. What was it I saw?
TM Chill. Hey, follow TM Chill. He's we're gonna bully him into having his own Twitch show. That's what's gonna happen here.
Right. By the way, so to Magi Cosmo, I'm only fans of people that I can drink malt liquor with. I drink malt liquor. I'll drink any kind of liquor. So come to a show, we'll fucking get hammered afterwards. How about that? I mean, when shows exist again. Tommy's a fucking therapist. Thank you, Bly Dog. Jesus Christ. Why did I get out here? Now I'm just slowing down the process by reading these same fucking quotes. Jesus.
No, here, do this, right? And Aaron taught me this, right? You don't worry about that. You just talk to me. I'll read the quotes for both of us. I'm keeping it paced.
Okay.
This is the host deal, because I can cut away and add in whenever we need to, right? Because a lot of this shit, like, I'm sure you see this shit, because, like, when we're talking, a lot of this shit I don't even fucking address, because a lot of it is, like, second runoffs. Toxic Blood says, you mean the Australian was shot by a refugee allowed to carry a gun behind a badge? Yeah, in northeast Minneapolis. I believe I said that.
Yes.
Still a white woman. I don't know why Australian matters to you.
Yeah,
it's very weird. I mean, it's very weird when people hear what you say, don't get the point, and then they just make it more like segmented than it had to be. Like, I'm sorry,
well,
is that a white woman being shot by a black police officer? Is that not what I said?
Yeah, but then he also added Australian and refugee, so he wants us to be basically a global.
It's like a racist Mad Lib in here sometimes.
Only your fan base, Corey. That's actually not true. I'm pretty sure like Don Imus had the same fan base.
Freaky Deaky said, $1 million question, Tom. Do you prefer to pitch or catch? Your fans want to know.
I don't feel like I need to dignify that with a response, Freaky Deaky.
Cheeseburger says, why does this pic have to be in black and white? Must be a ginger thing.
Right.
Yeah, Tom, why did you select this picture when calling in?
I didn't actually.
I know that's
Steve used that picture.
Who did?
I told him to just go ahead and feel free to grab any photo. Actually, I think Chris Duke took that photo at the Nordic open mic, and then I think he made it black and white when he posted it.
What are your feelings on Chris Duke as a human being?
I think he's a swell dude.
All right.
I think he got kind of.
There, I changed the picture for you.
Oh, okay.
That's still maybe my favorite picture of you.
Okay. No, I like Chris. He's a good dude. I think he's just kind of. It's the same thing where sometimes when you. Oh, that's a great picture. Yeah. I think sometimes when you get that social justice kind of backbone, if you will, which is always so half-assed for most people, anyways, that you kind of drive hard on it, and then when you get butthurt and your friends are getting butthurt about something that really you don't know what's going on because he came in after that whole Max stuff, and that's the thing. I like Max too, and I know you and Aaron have discussed it plenty of times on the Steel Toe Morning Show there. But no, I like Chris. He's gone through some issues and stuff like that. He's getting his life sorted back out and doing some stuff. So more power to him. But yeah, he's a good dude, man. Like I've never had a problem with him.
Oh my God, you just fucking Beetlejuiced me, you prick.
Me?
Yeah, Margaret Blaylock just fucking hit me up.
Ugh.
Like, she knows we're talking about her, so she's like, her fucking juggalette brain is tingling.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, this is unacceptable.
Well, did she invite you to that candlelight thing for Jenny?
Yeah, that's what she wants me to do, but, like, check it out. It's not even a live stream, right?
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I don't get this, man. Like, why are people being so fucking weird and lazy? Like, okay, we're in the era of social distancing. Everybody is doing Zoom or Facebook or Instagram for everything. If you want to have a candlelight vigil, why isn't that on a live stream? Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, and actually, what they could have just done was have like a page set up to just give or share photos, share memories and stuff like that for Jenny. Yeah. And that would have been fine, but now they just wanted to have this event where everybody's now like supposed to be live posting. I mean, basically, you could have just made a Twitter feed.
Well, no, but even that, like, why wouldn't it be a video feed? I just don't understand. Like, the way that it's worded on the invite makes it sound like it's a fucking video. Like, it makes it sound like it's a fucking video thing.
Right.
Like, here, let me see if I can find it. It's fucking crazy. And yeah, now she's fucking texting me and shit. Let's see here. It's so weird. I should almost just call her. Because I can call her. No, check it out. You ready for this? I can call her, right?
Uh-huh.
Get some questions and some answers about this shit, right?
Right.
And then never have to worry about her asking to be on the show because she's already been on the show.
Yeah, of course she would have asked you to be on the show.
Oh, dude. Do you know she tries to hit me up all the time to headline at Sisyphus?
Oh, because I saw her there. I think, God, she showed up one night. I think it was that Friday mic, that first Friday mic. She showed up halfway through the show, and then she was trying to find you. And then she realized, like, I was hosting. So then she just stood in the back of the room and kept, like, bugging me, like, here and there. Yeah. But I was like, Margaret, the lineup's already done. And I wasn't going to put her on just because of not having any women there. But I was like, no, because she's not a good person, one, and she's definitely not a good comic. So, like, why would I?
She might watch this if she's on it, so we got to be nice.
No, we don't.
Hi, Margaret. Tom hates you.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not too concerned about her feelings on it or whatever. Like it's just what it is, man.
I feel like you're more concerned than you're letting on.
No, man. I mean, for a fact that I.
All right, here, Tom. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call Margaret. I will call you back.
All right.
I have to do this. This is just too good of an opportunity to let it go.
All right.
Oh man, what picture do I take of her? Oh God. Oh.
Yeah. What's the most disturbing one you can find? She does have 2 fan pages, by the way.
Oh, don't even start on that one. I know which one you're gonna like. Man.
I'm not gonna bring it up, but yeah, she has 2 fan pages for no fans. It's weird. I don't know why anybody would do that.
Holy crap. So I'm going through her Facebook to find a picture like I always do, right? And like, here, I'm gonna fucking... Are you in the chat room right now?
Yeah.
Dude, check this out. So this picture here, right? Which you're gonna be on a little bit of a delay. Right? Hold on, let's... That picture, right? Now watch this shit. I'm clicking. 8 copies of that picture.
I haven't seen it yet.
Sorry, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 12. Sorry.
So, I used to think people were just
12 copies of that.
yeah. I thought people used to just be dumb and they like, oh, I just didn't know if there's a better
You don't put it up 12 times if that's the case.
Yeah, you know what it is? Is because somebody doesn't know. Like they're trying to do that because now their face gets in somebody's feed, and then somebody's supposed to remember them. That's the whole
Otsu
problem.
says, I like
That's
this,
what they're
Tom.
doing.
This Tom is great. Looks like people are liking you a little bit better when you're not just a bitchy drunk who's trying to watch Jeopardy.
Fair enough. That's a good point. I did see a
I like that.
comment
Fair
here.
enough. All right, here. I'm going to call you right back, Tom. I want you to know that you're getting bumped for Margaret.
Ooh, God.
This is something you have to live with. Hey, what I need to do, buddy, I want you to know, I'm not angry. I'm just a little disappointed. I need you to live up to not being bumped by her. Also,
Dude.
the crowd is about to experience the Blaylock. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
All
ready
right.
for this.
Yeah, goodbye. All right, here we go. Call up fucking Margaret. Boom. I don't know if she's going to pick up or not. Ugh, she just said okay, and then of course she's not picking up. Ugh. Why is she just the worst? No number calling you here right now. And you didn't answer. Sad face. There we go. That's what we're doing. So yeah. I don't know if she's going to call back or not, but whatever. Who cares? I just want to yeah, you did get a comment. Tom, check this out. If you put exclamation point and Tom, actually Tom might not be able to do it because he's not a subscriber. I don't know if anybody has a subscription they can gift to Tom, but Tom's the kind of guy that deserves that fucking. He deserves it, man. Come on. Somebody gift that man a sub so he can fucking put in his own shit. Meanwhile, oh my God, this is just upsetting. You know what? I'm just going to put this on so you guys can all see this, right? So, like, she's texting me, telling me about the vigil, and then I'm like, you want to call in? And she's active right now, but she doesn't answer. She doesn't answer these. And then she's going to come back about how she missed it. Like, how could she ever have missed it? You know, like shit like that. And it's like, ugh, whatever. It's just kind of sad, really. But I don't care.
Didn't answer, did she?
No. And like, did you see where I was talking? Like, she literally was talking to me a second ago. And then like the moment I'm like, hey, do you want to call in? She's like, what's the number? And I'm like, well, I'll call you here. And then I call her and nothing. And now she's not responding. She's not fucking. Oh, God, she's trying to video chat me? Okay, here, I'll call you back again.
All right.
All right, bye. This shit is banana sandwiches, guys.
Hello.
There she is.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm mostly okay.
Yeah?
How's your internet fame going?
You know, not as well as I thought. I gotta say hello. You're on Twitch. Say hello to all the Twitch listeners. Tell them who you are.
My name is Margaret Blaylock, and I am Twin Cities local and semi-retired burlesque dancer because my parents got pissed. And I rent from them, so I had to quit doing burlesque until my son turns 18 and I can finally.
Wait. Back up. You gave up. Okay, so hold on. First off, Blydog, thank you so much for giving Tom a subscription. That's super awesome. And then okay, so start over again because somebody subscribed, so the sound effect on you. So you're retired from burlesque now?
Semi.
What does that?
I'm on hiatus.
What does that even mean? Like, if you're semi-retired from burlesque, does that just make you a call girl, or how does that work? You only do private
No, it
shows
just
now?
means that I'm not performing the striptease portion of the Donna Delick experience, which is my
Okay.
stage name.
Where does that name come from?
Well, I'm a geek, so I love basically anything sci-fi, and uh, I love Doctor Who. And we have talked at length about how you don't like it, so we don't have to have that
I
conversation.
didn't. It's not that I didn't like what it turned into. Like, for me, it was like every episode of that
has
show
the
is the
same
exact same.
storyline.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Like, after 3 or 4 seasons of that, and not even the newer one. The newer Doctor Who was good at first, but then they fell into it as well. Like, the old one never did that. The old one felt like the episodes were a little bit different.
Yeah, but the format is kind of the same. Like, there's a problem. Only Doctor Who can solve it. And the companion throws a monkey wrench in the thing, and then
Yeah, that's true.
it resolves either in the episode or the next episode. So it's
Making You Wet says, I'm semi-retired
back
from
at
snorting
all
blow.
of the other shows. Like, I had to stop watching Stargate because it felt the same way for a while. Like, I was like, just figure out where all the bad aliens are and shoot a bomb, because that's what America does. And so, but the reason why I brought up Doctor Who is when I was growing up watching the Tom Baker series, because I was tiny and I didn't really know what was going on in television. I thought the Daleks were good guys because they were constantly following Tom Baker around. And then my friend Josh, who like eats and breathes Doctor Who, showed me an episode of the new series, and I was very confused because it was an episode about a Dalek, and the Dalek was a bad guy. So like my misinformed, assumption as a tiny child was totally smashed.
They're making a lot of fun of you in this chat room. Somebody's calling you
care.
truly a wordsmith. They
Corey,
keep calling
do
you
you
Karen.
think that I care about anyone ever making fun of me?
Well, I'm just letting you know. I just like, this is what this Twitch chat does. They get real mean to the callers.
Oh, they can't be any meaner than my life already has been, Corey. So I think I'll be just fine.
I don't know if you will be. See, you sound angry. Like, I feel like they're getting to you.
I can't read what you're saying, what they're saying right now. So it's duck off the water.
No, I know.
It's
That's why I'm
water.
reading you. That's why I'm reading you what they're saying.
What's the meanest thing they're saying?
I mean, they keep calling you a Karen, which I think is kind of mean. Somebody said Margaret Cho, which that just doesn't make any sense to me.
She's much funnier than I am.
I mean, but never mind the fact that like you don't look like her, like just because your name is Margaret. Like, I don't get that.
Well, first of all, my first name is spelled differently, so it's not original at all. Number two, I'm not a adorable Asian lady.
Tom Chilstrom says this is the same way her comedy is.
Fuck off, Tom. I'm funnier than you.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm staying out of that.
How many comedy contests has Tom won?
I would have no way of knowing that.
Well, I have won, so whatever.
Okay. Okay, so our friend Jenny passed away. That was terrible. Like, I want to, like, why are we doing this candle vigil and not having it be like a live broadcast or something? Because it was very confusing the way you did the event to me. Because I thought there'd be like a live broadcast, and I was pissed off because like, I was like, oh, I gotta do my show. I'm gonna miss this fucking live stream, which would be kind of cool or whatever. It's just like, but the way the event's written, it made it sound like it was gonna be like a live stream or something.
There was a moving piece that was maybe going to be a live stream.
Okay.
But basically what happened was originally I wanted to set up something where we like all meet together but stay 6 feet apart with face masks and like cry very far away from each other and not kill each other with weird germs. And my friend Josh, who I mentioned before,
Tom
was like,
Chilstrom is getting mad. He's like, bullshit. What contest did she win? He's pissed.
I'm the funniest person in Narcotics Anonymous.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. And I had to perform with Daryl Horner. And it was really funny because, like,
wasn't he on drugs when he was doing it?
Yeah. He came in the room and, like, this giant cloud of pot smoke just followed him into this Narcotics Anonymous convention. And, like, half the room left. And I'm not the type of person that gets bugged by people walking away.
Excuse me,
but
bitch.
like it was very unnerving and I didn't do a very good set because I was more concerned with the people leaving and their mind state than like telling my jokes in a funny way. Anyway, so yeah.
Man, they're going after. Savage Dragon said, did you actually win the contest or did they just take pity on you and let you win?
I won legitimately.
Tom Chilstrom says contests don't mean shit. Ask her who gets booked. I like this budding feud between you and Chilstrom. It's pretty funny.
Well, he is the female version of me, so that's totally okay.
That's actually, like, there was somebody in the chat room, because Tom's been on here before, that he said that they keep calling both of you Karens, but he called Karen with a K and Karen with a C. Tom's mad. You guys are both Karens, according to the audience, but Tom spells his with a C. I think because it's a Chilstrom thing. I don't know.
Whatever. I just
think it's weird that Tom, like, and you have this grudge.
Well, you started it.
I didn't start shit.
Yeah, you did. Like, every time at Willie's, you would introduce me if I was after Tom, be like, and now the male version of Tom Chilstrom.
That doesn't start a rivalry. That's a funny comparison.
Well, it started a feud, apparently. I didn't know it was happening, but apparently I'm playing into it. Because, like I said, I don't care what people think of me. I can't go any lower. And I could get a little higher, but then I'd have to call my AA sponsor, and I don't want to do that because she's probably sleeping.
This early?
Yeah, she gets up at like 5 a.m. She still has a job.
So, all right, Jenny passed away. How are you doing with that? You okay with all that?
I was really, I guess, forlorn the first day. Yep. Now I've kind of thrown myself into this, keep her memory going project.
Yeah, it's weird for me because, like, I used to party with her. So, like, it's like, we all used to go do a bunch of stuff, like drugs and shit. And, like, so it's like I just know that at any moment in time, any of my drug friends could go because of that. You know what I mean? So it's like whenever it happens, like, it's sad. And she was awesome. She's a great person. But I also, like, that was my confliction, too, because I knew, like, if she were alive and I was like, well, do I do my show or do I do this candle vigil? Because I thought it was a live thing.
You do your fucking show.
Right, no, exactly. She would yell at me if I wasn't doing this fucking show. So that's kind of like why I decided it. And then when I went back to look at it, it was just a Facebook event that was like a video. Because I thought it was going to be like a really like video chat, people sharing their memories of her.
I was hoping that Nick Piontek would hop on board and that he could figure out how to do that.
Sure.
But I just lack the technology to do that because I don't have a Zoom account or a Twitch account. I have a Facebook account, I have a Twitter account, and I have an Instagram account so I can just pay attention to what my 16-year-old is posting on the interwebs.
So you just have spy accounts, basically.
Yes.
Tom Chilstrom says she beat Daryl Horner and Jeff Tallberg, for those who don't know. It's not really worth the brag. He's really mad about that. I think this contest thing hit a nerve with Tom.
Should I talk to him about cheeseburgers and girls?
When Tom chose a cheeseburger over two women?
Mm-hmm. And I realized it might have been a really good burger, but I'm
I don't know. I kind of side with
I'm
Tom
a-
on that though, because Tom said that the threesome was never happening. That burger was right there, and I can't fault that logic.
Yeah, but he didn't even try. Like he
I know,
gave
no,
up.
I know. That's the big problem for sure.
He gave up before he even tried. I don't even think Tom is, not a virgin because he didn't act like he'd ever had sex before. So he didn't really like, oh, I don't know what I'm missing kind of situation.
So would you think you've had more sex than Tom Chilstrom?
Oh yeah, I'm a girl. Are you kidding? And then you put the whole, I used to be a massage therapist. Like, that's my one card that I play. Like, I rub your back or I rub your hands or, like, I get some kind of human contact with you.
The old Joe Biden flirting technique, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not running for president, so it doesn't really matter if I do it because I'm a stand-up comic from Coon Rapids.
How are you doing with all this quarantine shit?
Well, my son is home all the time. He's been home. He's doing distance learning. I got let go from my job, so if you want to send money on my PayPal account, I'll send you a link later.
What's the PayPal? Just tell people listening.
M Blaylock, so MBLAYLOCK, comedy, like comedy, and then heroes, plural, HEROES.
All right. Well, there you go.
So
also, you can send money to Corey Adam at Comedy at Venmo or PayPal. None of that money will get to Margaret, but I'll appreciate it.
Whatever. Anyway.
I'm sorry it
like
didn't. I'm sorry it didn't end up being a video thing. I gotta run. Tom is going nuts here. I think this contest thing really hurt him. I think you finally dug into the flesh of Tom to a point where he's hurt.
Well, ask him how he feels about his open mic being canceled at Pobs.
Yeah, that's true. The open mic where I made more money than he did.
Yeah. Because you played poker, right?
Right.
With my ex-fiance. He's dead.
Everyone's dead. That's what happens.
Well, okay, so here's something I wanted to bring up real quick. So if you have however number of friends that you've done illicit substances with.
All of my friends except you, yeah.
Yeah, basically. And Will Spotted Bear.
All of my friends except you.
Okay, what? Anyway,
I know secrets.
Whatever. Anyway. So, don't tell me that. Now I have to worry.
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. Just
Thank
what are you going to
you.
say? I'm running out of time.
Anyway.
And you're wasting it. Let's go. What do you got?
Imagine all of your friends plus all my friends that still drink and use, whether they're comedians or rockers or whatever. I have to prepare for your inevitable death. So I feel like I've gotten really good at you Googleizing for the last couple of years because it's just been boom, 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 dead, 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 dead.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm too stubborn to die. I'm not going till I've fulfilled my ambition, and that ain't happening anytime soon. You ain't got to worry about that. I'll be dancing. I'll be dancing on your grave, lady. Don't worry about me.
I'm not gonna have a grave. I'm pagan. We burn people like Vikings.
Well, then I'll be dancing on your ashes. A nice Irish jig. I don't think that was actually Irish, but
that was Mexican hat dance.
Yeah,
not
that's how I do
Irish jig at all.
Okay. So this vigil is going on right now. But there's not really anything going on to it. It's just people signing in and sharing candle. Or what do you need us to do? Take a picture of a candle or some shit?
You take a picture of a candle, or if you have pictures of Jenny, or if you want to make a video of a candle, or you want to share a story, you can share it on a video.
We should have just done that as a video conference. You should have just gone Facebook Live on it, on the event.
Yeah, but I don't know how to swap people on that. It's stuff I didn't know how to do, so I did what I can.
Okay.
And her,
rest in peace, Jenny. She was awesome.
Yes.
Her sister is awesome. I wish Caitlin the best. It sucks people are plucked so early like that, but whatever. All right, I gotta go.
All right.
I will talk to you later.
Be safe and don't die.
I make no promises. I'm gonna be reckless and die.
I'm not gonna tell you how to live.
That's right.
Not to die.
Goodbye. Margaret Blaylock. All right. Now I feel like we got some sweet beef to go with because, I mean, fucking This got interesting now to me. I mean, which ginger will be the funniest?
Fucking Christ, that was painful.
What? Okay, hold on. I'm putting the air horns in now. All right, so yeah, Making You Wet says, "Don't die, Corey, but do a lot of drugs."
Yeah, no.
What do you think was
right.
the most painful part about that for you, Tom?
The fact that she actually still believes that I give any fucking damn about what she says.
How about the fact that she legitimately thinks she's funnier than you?
Again, she is a delusional person. You and I have known that for a long.
Well, I'm not gonna say she's wrong. You just have to earn it, you know.
Hey, fair enough. I mean, I guess what I need to do is I need to start going to Narcanon meetings.
That fucking Narcanon shit killed you, man. You were on it immediately. You're like, oh, whatever. Also, how the fuck does Daryl Horner get into a Narcanon contest? How does that even happen?
I heard. See, that's the thing. I heard all about like how this fucking happened, right? So Margaret has 0 friends in comedy anymore, or nobody that really wants to work with her that she isn't paying. But
who do you think is hated more in comedy, Margaret Blaylock or Gladys? Or sorry, Sandy.
Margaret.
Gladys is you and Sandy together.
Yeah, no, it's definitely Margaret by a long shot. Because, and I'm not gonna name drop on this one, and this is just again, inside baseball, if you will. But there's been a lot of people who have told me that they will never work with Margaret on one of her female-only shows or any of her fucking showcase things or her crossover things that she wants to do with burlesque and comedy. Is like. Many people.
What do you think semi-retired from burlesque means? Like, that's really nebulous. Like, okay, first off, thank you. But second off, like, what does that mean?
I don't know, because I thought you would have to actually have gotten booked for something for then be able to semi-retire from anything.
Just think there were people that paid to see her naked. Just think about that.
Yeah, I know. It makes me fucking nauseous. I mean, I don't know. Oh, God. I'm going to fucking puke on myself.
So tonight when you go to masturbate, is it going to be just like images of Margaret, or how does it work now for
you? You are saying that I think rolled my dick into my body so far that it's now technically a vagina.
Right, right. But if you put on a music video, will it like come back in the mood or whatever?
No, literally. I think the best choice for me is just to go to bed without doing the dirty to myself on that one. So, no, man. Honestly,
Magic Cosmo said I was going to ask for her number until she mentioned being pagan. Tap out on that.
Yeah, which is.
Here's another thing too, right? Like, is being pagan code for crazy chick?
I think so.
Like, I have never met anyone that said they were pagan that isn't also fucking crazy.
Yeah, because people who really believe that would just call themselves Wiccan, which she used to do. Now she just says pagan, which is weird, but.
Wiccan kind of means the same thing from just an absolute crazy point, though, right? Like if you're like it's like, okay, let's say you're Christian, right? Which you are, or I was, doesn't matter. Let's say you're Christian, right? You don't just introduce yourself. Hi, my name's Tom, and I'm a Christian. Like, you don't just work that into shit. That's weird,
right?
And it's not like it was more relevant in this conversation than it usually is, but that's it.
Yeah, that's literally it. I mean, and also too, like, it felt like it was kind of actually. I mean, it came up, but also in like a way of like, well, no, we do it this way, and I don't know. It just everything about her bugs me. And if people didn't know, I've been doing comedy for 7.5 years, almost 8 years now, and I guarantee her act has not changed at all in that time because she would go to Willie's and do the same fucking thing for every fucking time during an open mic. Same thing every fucking time.
Sure.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, if she still thinks she's funnier than me, then that's fine, I guess.
She does. She literally thinks she's funnier than you. I mean, that's what that was about.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where the fuck she's getting that from. I don't know who the fuck would even told her that. Again, she lives in a delusional fantasy land. I mean, she's also said to me that her son's going to be funnier than I am, too, but her son is a fucking grown 4-year-old, so I don't know. I don't know how you can think somebody who has definitely the maturity level of somebody whose mom has Munchausen by proxy would ever fucking develop into somebody who can actually relate to anybody in any comedic way. But more power to her, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I subjectively am staying out of that.
Right.
But like this idea of her being funny. I mean, I think the idea of her being a burlesque dancer is real weird to me. Like one, like let's take out all the like insults that we can put in or whatever, right?
Right.
Like, she's not very mobile. How do you like at the very least wouldn't it be like a burlesque stumble? Like there's no dancing going on, right?
That's right, yeah.
She needs help being lifted onto the stage because of her back. I mean, like I've had her come out to Sisyphus and I've had to shake her hand and pull her up.
Right. Oh God, yeah. Cause that's a much higher stage than Willie's. Willie's was basically a pallet, if you really will.
Cute Brat just said, Corey, send me some dick pics. Well, you're talking about dick pics. Well, we're talking about Margaret Blaylock, so I blocked you. What up? Cream of Jean says, shots fired.
Yeah, no, actually, I don't know if you saw Cream of Jean's studio with earlier when you're talking to Margaret, but man, just laying in, it was fucking hilarious.
That's Brian. That's my buddy. You remember Brian?
Yeah, I love Brian, man.
Yeah,
He's
that's
dope.
that's who that is.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, dude, they were just going in. It was funny. Honestly, I didn't have to say shit. Like, I was just throwing my 2 cents in just because I knew you were going to fucking say that shit to her. So,
Savage Dragon D says, I've never seen a burlesque woman that didn't take pride in their looks outside of the show. She must be semi-retired because she couldn't find any way to make money off it. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, I don't know. Like, here's always been my stance, and this is really mean, but do you want to hear my stance?
Yes.
Burlesque dancers are just people that were too ugly to be strippers.
Yep.
Like, almost every burlesque dancer that I've ever seen, I have seen a few at, like, indie wrestling shows, but most of those people also do porn, right?
Right.
But, like, you're just run-of-the-mill fucking burlesque dancer. They literally, like, they're not, like, if you were hotter, you'd be stripping because you can make money off that.
Right. You're not trying to do some weird.
Otsu gave $200 for shit-talking Tom.
Good for them.
200
nice.
bits. Yeah.
Nice.
No, I think people like when you're directional on thing, and I think this is one people can get behind because they saw her in there and hated her in chat.
Well, and again, you brought up the picture that she's used the most. She uses that for her headshot, which...
Dude, that headshot, that has to be older than Willie's, man.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
That shit, like, what is the year that was put on there? Hold on, let me double check. We're gonna do a little. Whoops, hold on. We're gonna do that like this.
Well,
wait.
Because she wears a bandana the whole time, which is so fucking.
I'm gonna see if I can't find the D-Lick character just to show it.
Oh, please don't do that. Don't do that to these people.
No, they need to see it, man.
No, they don't. No. Don't be that guy to these people. They don't deserve that at all.
Why? I think they do.
They don't deserve it, dude. Don't poison their eyes and their minds with that garbage.
Look, man, somebody's got to poison some minds.
Yeah, but not in that regard, man. Like, fucking do. Literally, okay. I will say this. Don't listen. You were asking me the last time I was on what it would take for me to do.
There it is.
Crack.
This is Donna D-Lick, baby.
Oh God. I'm so glad it's on a lag, so I can at least fucking turn my head away.
No, it's gone now. You're fine.
Fuck you. I'm not looking at my fucking.
It doesn't matter. It's just back at you now. But so this is what I want to bring up, right?
Right.
Like, I don't know. And, like, there's not much dancing going on there, right? There can't be.
No. Can't be. I mean, again, she would have to roll around or something or find a way of... Oh, I don't even want to try to imagine it and stuff.
Semi-retired. Although that font is pretty dope.
See, here's the thing. Here's what I would say, right? I grew up playing basketball. I still play basketball here and there, right?
Mm-hmm.
but I never got paid for playing basketball. And I guarantee
Cream and
you
cheese
got
just
paid
went,
for-
fuck!
Yeah, gross.
What
dude.
the fuck
Just
is that? So long.
Real.
Erections. We had a good run. So long, erections. We had a good run.
God, dude, that's the whole thing too. Like I saw these comments coming in. I'm like, oh, I'm not fucking seeing the video, and then I fucking see the video. Oh god, or the fucking photo you put up, dude.
Which one of you?
Oh god,
What?
more photos.
This
Why
right
would you
here,
do
this is the background for the page. Like, this is the Donna Delic page.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one for you. That's not nightmare material at all.
Oh god. All right, I'm actually turning away the screen right now because I know I'm going to keep looking at it.
How about
'cause it's
this?
just
How about
something
this? You keep looking, or I swear to God, I will text them to you all night. And in irregular volumes so you won't get away.
Okay, sure. I'm going to stay watching my iPad, waiting for these fucking terrible fucking photos to come through.
I will give her this. This one is not bad. Like, from just a promotion standpoint, if you were 100% committed to Margaret Blaylock getting naked, this isn't a bad promo lineup.
Okay, I'll take your word on that.
Look at that. I never noticed this before, but check out the like Clockwork Orange thing going on with the hat and the eyeshadow there.
Right. No, here's the thing. Like, burlesque was fine when it was basically stripping back in the 40s and 50s even.
But
like
that's
you
just
said,
because they had no place that they could actually like go.
Yeah, there was
you
no
know?
strip clubs.
Right.
Yeah. But it was still like it was a seedy thing, and this is why comedy's in two different paths, right? Because burlesque is where you could do blue comedy because everybody was going there was a guy looking to just fucking have fun, generally staring at women that were out of their league and shit like that, and then listening to comics between.
But that's what
dancers
I'm
and
saying
shit.
is that like modern day burlesque is literally people that just couldn't make it as strippers, in my opinion.
Oh,
I've not seen, and again, I'm not saying like, I like, maybe there's even like fetishism for people that like stuff like that, but you just don't see it, you know?
Right. I mean, it really hit big, like, what, late 1990s, 2000, like early 2000s or something like that, where, like, Dita Von Teese
Making
or
You
whatever.
Wet says you got a current picture of that Karen. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Let's see what Karen pictures we have. I mean, it's not Karen. It's a Donna. Is Donna the other Karen? Is Donna the missing Karen?
No, I knew a lot of hot Donnas.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever known a hot Donna. Like, Donna and Wendy are just complete strikeout names for me. Ironically, I've known a couple hot Margarets. This is her current roster for people that were asking. It's got her in her burlesque costume. The caption says, "Someone's going to end up crying. Probably me."
Well, that's a good point, I guess.
Hey, good news, though. She posted it on my birthday. So, there's that. Yeah, these are all current pictures. I don't know who said they wanted current pictures, but these are all current pictures of her.
Maybe they were talking about headshot or whatever. Which I don't think she put up there. Like, I think she took it down. I think the last time she put a new headshot up.
She just texted me and said, "Okay, I should be able to say bad things about Tom on the phone now."
Why, did she go research me? Come on.
I think she doxed you, dude.
It's fine. Whatever.
Is this going to be like a romance? Do we have like a romance brewing?
Dude, hold on.
Could you
So
imagine how fucking ginger your kids would be?
Well, first of all, my hair is real. Hers is whatever.
Making You Wet says Donna from that 70s show is a hot Donna. You're right. That is a hot Donna. I will concede that.
Yeah, that was her radio name. It was Hot Donna.
Cream and Jean Studios just said, if you post that picture again, I'm reporting you for streaming bestiality. and then he immediately put asterisk reported. All right, hold on. I'm gonna call you back, Tom. We're gonna call her because she wants to talk shit about you. I want to see where this goes.
Fair enough.
This is the thing about this show. I will let it go to whatever rabbit hole it needs to. I don't give a shit.
Fair enough.
All right, I'll call you right back.
All right,
All right,
later.
bye. All right, back to Margaret.
Well, hello.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good.
We called Tom back. He was talking more shit. And then you were like, I want to talk shit. And I was like, you know what? We're going to get away from you, Tom, to give Margaret a chance to talk more shit.
Well, I find it very interesting that none of the chat people have shown a picture of themselves, and they think I'm ugly, but yet they're internet trolls saying whatever they want from their mom's basement.
Yeah. No, that's how the internet works. They're all cowards.
I know. I'm not offended by it because I don't care. I'm a single mom that lives in her parents' house in Coon Rapids. I don't care.
Matt Doima says Tom and Margaret is the new Sam and Diane.
No.
You guys are like a Cheers couple.
No. If anything, I'm, what's that chubby bitch's name? The next girl, she was a brunette, and then she did a lot of Weight Watchers commercials, and then she went to Jenny Craig.
Cream and Jean Studio just said, I'm in her attic, Karen. I don't know what that means. I think they're talking to Tom. So what are you going to say about Tom? You said, like, because here's the thing. Tom was bad-mouthing you. I feel like I have to give equal time to everybody here.
Well, the funny thing is Tom can't seem to hold a job down at all.
Okay.
Whether it's the recession or Corona or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a pizza manager. He's been a custodian. He's done some comedy work randomly, as far as I can see. But he can't seem to keep a real job. And the funny thing is he's got a degree from a Bible college, which means he might actually have some applicable skills for society, but I haven't seen it because every time I've ever seen Tom, he's fall down drunk.
Sure.
So I don't think that his...
So you think he's kind of biased when he's assessing comedy because he's always drunk?
And he's got beer goggles on, so of course he's going to think he's the funniest person on the planet. It's, and that's okay for him to think that. But I have seen him do exactly what he described I was doing, which is the same jokes for 6 weeks in a row, not change any of the phrasing, not do any editing, and whatever.
I've seen you both do that for 10 years.
I know, but you took the bullet for that when you decided to be an open mic guru. So that's your fault.
I wouldn't call myself an open mic guru. I would say just a guy that likes payment and gets sick of people.
Well, and see, that's the fucked up thing about open mics is no one performing, minus if you have a headliner situation, gets paid except the host.
Yeah.
So we are working so hard for you to get paid, and it's...
Oh, Making You Wet actually has a good point. He said, I've never known a good comedian to hold down an actual job, though. That's not unfair. I feel like most of the funny people don't hold down jobs, right? I mean, I definitely don't. Like, fucking, I had more jobs than fucking I had, like, I don't know, cells, more hair. I had more jobs than I had hair.
Yeah, but you had a job that didn't want you to leave, even though you, like, masturbated with a carrot. So I feel like
they fired me for that.
Well, yeah. But until then...
And then the restaurant fucking closed. I outlived my enemies, baby. Yeah!
Well, good. I'm glad.
Me too.
But the funny thing is, Tom didn't say anything about my material. He brought up stuff...
Matt Doima said Open Mic Guru is the worst Mike Myers movie.
It is. Isn't that the title that I Married an Axe Murderer was supposed to be?
I don't know. Was it? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of trivia about Mike Myers. I just like some of his stuff. But keep this directed on Tom. I want it, like, I didn't know that this was such, like, I literally give everybody shit equally. You know that about me. I love giving people shit, right? But, like, sometimes you're just, like, stoking the flames, and then people, like, jump with them. I didn't realize that there was a real feud brewing here. I kind of think, like, is this like Ginger Highlander? There can be only one, or how does this work?
Well, I'm not a real ginger.
Okay.
I buy my hair color for $7 a box at
It's
Walmart.
Weird that it looks so much like Tom's real. Maybe Tom's not a real ginger.
Maybe he's just full of lies. Maybe
Could
he's
be.
the prince of lies. He's Satan. He's Satan that went to a Bible college.
You're really mad about that Bible college.
Well, the thing about it is I come from a family of Bible college graduates. they went to the good Bible college, Northwestern and or Bethel. And Tom Chilstrom went to the dollar store of Christian colleges in town, which is Crown College, which has about a square block of space for their campus downtown. So
Savage Dragon
I
Z said, "You've got no right to complain about his work, considering you couldn't get in shape to make it as a burlesque star."
I quit burlesque so that I wouldn't lose custody of my child. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I feel like that's a good reason to do it.
yeah, and I stopped doing the dances that I did because I didn't want to lose my son. And you know what? That makes me a terrible burlesque dancer, but it makes me a kick-ass mom. And as far as Tom not being funnier than my son, have you ever gotten a standing applause at Acme, Tom? No, my son did. The first time he ever did an open mic. And then he did the same thing at a contest night and would have won, but he's colorblind, so he missed the light.
Is that true? He's colorblind? I never knew that.
Yeah, he can't see oranges or yellows, so the blinky light in the corner of the Acme stage blended in with everything else.
The red light? It's red. It's not orange or yellow.
Whatever, it was enough that he didn't see it
Oh, okay.
because of his color blindness. But
Tom says, "Not the first time I've been called devil or Satan."
Oh, your teachers had pet names for you in school, Tom. That's wonderful.
Taxes Theft says, "Anyone want to catch me up? Who's the red?"
Who's the red?
Yeah.
None of us are communists. If anything, stand-up comics are all capitalists because we want to work for cash, but we still want to get money back on our taxes. So we're capitalists. We're not libertarians. We're not. Some of us are socialists.
I think he was just talking about your red hair.
Oh, well, there I took it to a slightly intelligent place for your audience, which I'm sorry if you didn't understand the big words that I used. Like,
I like this. I like you going after the
libertarian.
audience. Get them. Go. They've been saying mean shit. Get them.
Well, I don't have to because I don't want to.
Tom
Because
said she just referred to North Central. Crown is in the West Metro. That's a real hair to split, Tom.
Either way, it's a bargain basement, fucking discount Bible college. Fucking go to a real school. Like Northwestern or Bethel or St. Scholastica up north or anywhere else that you could find a job which you got a degree for. I, at least when I was a massage therapist before my back got fucked up, which you guys have mentioned several times, how can I possibly do burlesque dance while I am injured? I'm not as injured as sometimes I say. And as far as getting on the stage and grabbing your hand,
The last two times that you did my open mic, you needed help. And I offered. I wasn't mad about that, but that's what I was saying. You seem to have mobility issues, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. And the day before, I would do a burlesque show. I would load myself up on, as much icy hot as I could possibly contain on my body.
Yeah, you had back surgery. I can't imagine how much pain that is.
Yeah. And that's part of my bio, of my burlesque bio, that I woke up from my entire back being fused and said, oh my God, I just got through this really scary thing. I should try to do more scary things that scare me. And yes, I am not the skinniest bitch on the planet. So, for all of you that have been saying bad things about my body image, you're about 20 years late, because I've been saying that to myself since I was about 12.
Well, they also haven't seen your comedy because you make fun of your body image more than a lot of people.
I do. I make fun of myself before anybody else can.
Cream of Jean says, cringe porn has really gone downhill since I was a lad. He's implying your cringe porn?
Is that when he watches his mom have sex with
Taxes Theft
Tom?
says, back surgeries hurt in third world countries. I don't know what the fuck that means.
They hurt in all countries.
Yeah, I would think anytime your back is getting fucked with, it hurts.
Well, yeah, and just so that your listeners know, what happened is I had a 42-degree curve in my back, which means I was basically folded over on myself the entire time until I had that surgery.
Wait, how long were you like that? Because I don't think I saw you while it was a full 45. You had that, arch in.
Yeah, I had the arch in. I I've had 5 back surgeries in the last 10 years.
What was
I
your
had
favorite one?
2. My favorite one um, would probably be the one before the big one because they said it would fix it and then it didn't. So then I had to have the big one.
King
I
of Clubs
walked
says,
into
I had 6 low surgeries with a 7th on the way. I can relate to extreme back pain. Oh, 6
yeah
lower back surgeries. All right.
yeah. So I had 2 disc, not dick, disc ectomies.
Dick discs?
No, sound it out. Use your big words, Corey.
I don't have those big
Disc
words.
ectomy, which means they sliced a piece of my vertebrae off so that the discs in between your vertebrae wouldn't be as bulgy. And when that didn't work, they did
The moment a
3 or
doctor suggests making me less bulgy, I'm like, no deal.
well, for a girl, that's not that important.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Do you have any pot shots you want to issue Tom before you go? I'm way behind on this grudge shit, so.
Dear Tom, this is Margaret. I just wanted to let you know that I hearted you on OkCupid, but now I'm regretting that fact, because in actuality, you're a jackass. Fuck you for bringing up stuff that I did while I was doing drugs, and that Daryl found out when he raped my sister when she was too drunk to remember. Tom, you're officially an asshole. I used to love you, but now I want to hit you with my Volkswagen. Thanks and have a wonderful time. Fuck off.
Damn, that's pretty.
How's that for you?
That's pretty
When
good.
you piss, number one, when you piss me off,
Yep.
I don't have to be nice to you anymore. Number two, Tom went after my kid, and that's when I said, hey, let me come back on and defend myself a little bit.
And I let you come back on.
And I'm not mad at you, Corey. I'm mad at Tom because he's an underachieving fuck that will never succeed. Otherwise, he would have moved to either Chicago, LA, or New York. You've stayed here, but you've had like international success, and you're one of my best friends in comedy. And I say that as a huge compliment. I don't know why you're still in Minneapolis because you're so fucking
I'll tell you what, I'm glad I'm still in Minneapolis because I wouldn't want to be in LA or New York during this fucking pandemic. And those are the only 2 places I would be right now if I wasn't here. I mean, the reality is I just can move and do all that shit like with vacations at Network where it's like I don't want to move here if I don't have to. I love Minnesota. I always have.
I know. You like all the sports teams here, which is its own mental defect. It's totally okay.
Sure. All right. Well, we're gonna let you go. I gotta get over to. We got some other people on the way as well.
Yeah, I know. Well, thank you for letting me come on and tell Tom to fuck himself.
Of course. I think that's very fair. So, all right. Talk to you later, Margaret.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Okay. Well, this drama just keeps getting deeper and deeper. What do you guys think we should do now? Close your eyes. Cream of Jean says, everyone close your eyes right now. And picture with me, your front row in a burlesque. The curtains are open. How to toots this. This is getting crazy. All right. Yeah, this is getting more intense than I thought it would. I mean, we're going on absolute grudge match shit at this point. You want a Tom rebuttal? All right, let's do it. Hi.
What's up, man?
The audience wanted a Tom rebuttal.
Did they? Sorry, I was on the shitter. I didn't bring my iPad with me.
Oh, you missed out. She laced into you.
Oh. What'd she say?
I forget. People in chat remind me what she said. She talked about how you couldn't hold down a job.
Oh, yeah. No, I
you went to a
rebutted
Christian
that one.
college.
I've been with my company for almost 5 years. So.
And then she told you, she said she used to be your friend, but now you can fuck off or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. No, actually, I did hear something about she got mad at me for going after her kid.
Yeah, you went after her kid, and she got mad about that, I guess.
Yeah, here's the thing, though, too. She used her child as an insult towards me first. So which fair play on
No,
on
she
her.
didn't. No, making you wet. She did not say Tom. She said Daryl raped her sister. That's what she said.
Right. Yeah. No, I have never raped anybody.
Well, I
But
mean, you kind
also,
of rape yourself every time you masturbate because you don't seem to be that into it.
Oh shit!
right. Well, that's a good point. Um, honestly, whatever, man. It's not really worth the fight anymore because of the fact that I know where I'm at in comedy. I know what I can do in comedy. In fact, actually, the whole not holding down a job thing, again, that's kind of.
I feel like that's a comic thing, though. I mean, I never held down a job. Like, I fucking, like, before this, all I did was have jobs. I used to go through jobs like fucking, like, toilet paper, man. Like, I would never,
Right.
I mean, Vecchio's was the longest job I ever stayed at. Before that, it was like 6 months.
Right.
But I'd
No,
always
I mean,
be working like
honestly-
2 or 3 side jobs just so I could, at any given time, tell them to fuck off. One of my favorite things as a kid, and I don't think people know this trick enough, right? Instead of getting a full-time job, you get 3 part-time jobs. And then if any of them piss you off to a point where you're like, fuck this, you can just tell them fuck this and leave. And then you still have 2 jobs.
Yeah, exactly. So you're still working. Then you just say, hey, can I pick up a couple hours if you need to? Yeah. No, it's not a bad plan. And I've done that before. I've had at one point before I was actually doing comedy, I was doing or like the summer I started or whatever. I had 3 part-time jobs and 1 full-time job. So I don't know. And at one point I had 2 full-time jobs working 80 to 100 hours a week. So I don't really care what she says. I know, again, I put more money into this fucking economy and the government than she ever will. So there's that. And also, too, fucking pot shotting on my college is not fucking anything that I don't already do. I understand where the fuck I went to school. I understand the degree I got. I mean, she's not fucking wrong. It's a bargain basement Bible college, but whatever.
Well,
But
how do you feel about it though? I mean, like, I don't know. Like this is something that's weird because I didn't realize this was such a like rivalry. I get like I know that like you didn't care for her and she didn't care for you at times, but I didn't realize that there was like, it just seems like there was a lot of like skeletons in this closet that I didn't mean to just like rattle around.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know. I was told by somebody that I was mean before because she asked me on a date on Messenger, and I said something to the effect of like hell no or something like that. And then I
You
was
said
told
what?
that
I was playing Beavis and Butthead laughs over you. What'd you say?
Oh, well, she had messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and then she had asked me on a date, and I said something to the effect of like hell no, and
She did
no,
say
it's
that she
probably-
hearted you on OK Cupid or something like that.
yeah, I don't really go out to OkCupid.
What percentage of a match were you two? Do you think we could get over this and maybe get you guys dating?
No,
Okay.
no, I made fun of her kids, so she'll never date me.
Okay.
I mean, oh well, I guess.
Well, I just like to believe everything will clear itself up, you know?
Right.
Hold on one sec. All right, there we go. I'm just fucking. People are chomping at the bit to. I had a guest who will be coming on after you, but I had him slated at 9:30.
Right.
And then this was like, I was just at the opening part. I was like, I'll call Tom. I'll razz him a little bit. We'll get him before he's drunk and surly. And then that turned into whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, because you asked me who would come out as a crackhead.
Yeah, Otsu16 wants to know, is this just built up sexual tension between you two?
No, of course not.
Making You Wet says to Otsu, maybe they should just fuck and get it over with. Could you imagine how ginger your children would be?
No,
I bet it's
'Cause I would
fucking.
never
I bet
have-
it's fucking amazing.
I would never have children with her.
Cause you would pull out and just come on her breasts.
No, I wouldn't have sex with her.
Oh, just straight in the mouth, guy. Get it? You're a little saucier than you like to own up to, Tom. I like that about you.
I'm a very reserved guy here, Corey. Come on.
I heard that Margaret likes the way you work it, and apparently that's no diggity, and you two should just bang it out. Bang it out.
And no one wrote that? You're just fucking saying this now, huh? Well, that's pretty good.
I just said that.
Yeah, that's pretty good on the spot.
Excuse me, bitch.
Why are you
is
so
like a-
opposed to this love?
I don't know. Because it's not at all.
If you two fuck, do you think she would make you call her Donna?
Ugh, dude. I literally almost fucking puked right there.
Oh, there
on
you
my
go. That's
computer.
your new nickname, Daddy Donna. Donna's daddy. What up, Dee Dee? See,
That's
this
not cool,
is
dude.
a fun moment for me right now because the audience doesn't know what's happening. What's happening is Tom is really angry, but he's trying not to react like he's that angry because he knows if I even sniff a little bit of anger or hurt on him, I'll fucking go for it like fucking shark in water.
Right.
He's like, all right, what's the best way to navigate this without it coming back?
Just to shut the fuck up and just let it ride. Yeah. The fuck was the comment? I don't remember now. It doesn't matter, I guess. No, it's yeah. Honestly,
What would you rather do to your penis than have sex with Margaret?
like, what's the severity?
What's the severity of abuse you would invoke on your own penis to avoid having sex with her?
Dude, I'd probably cut it off, to be honest with you, just to not have sex with her.
That's the coward's way out, man. Like, would you like cheese
I know
grater
that-
it a little
no,
bit? Would
that's
you like
basically-
trim up your circumcision?
No, I'll be honest with you, man. I would probably if cutting it off is like, sexual suicide, if you will, I'd probably knock it real
Sexual
good.
suicide.
I mean, if you really will. No, I would probably honestly, bruise the area up pretty good beforehand where it's not usable. You know what I mean?
Like, you would leave marks on her while you guys were fucking?
No. As in, like, I would make sure that I was so brutalizing that area by my own hands that I
Okay.
couldn't possibly have sex.
Okay.
However you want to interpret that and stuff like
Sure.
that. I would never, ever have sex with Margaret Blaylock.
Sure. Okay. Well, is that your story and you're sticking to it?
Hand to God.
Okay. Well, I know how you feel about God, so that's pretty impressive. All right, I'm going to let you go to fantasize and watch music videos of yourself and Margaret Blaylock. I think that you two can get over this, and I think that this Twitch audience kind of pitted you guys against each other. And I think Margaret needs to calm down about some jokes, and you need to not go after her kids. And I think that we can really make this work, you know? Texas Theft says, sounds like you're in love.
No. No.
Yeah.
You're going to have Adrian on next? Damn, dude. Awesome.
I don't know what's happening.
Well, I just see you pulling up Adrian Washington's Facebook page, so yeah, I do kind of know.
Well, thanks for giving it away, Dick.
It's on the fucking screen, you moron.
It's not on the screen right now, bitch.
I'm in front of their time anyways.
Yep.
What?
You ruined this. I got to go, Tom. You ruined everything.
I didn't ruin shit.
I wish
hi to
a
Adrian.
long-lasting romantic relationship between you and
Hey,
Margaret
say hi to
Blaylock
Adrian
for
for me,
the
right?
betterment of both of you. You
Corey, say
horrible-
hi to Adrian for me.
I will.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
It's good talking with you, though. Thanks for
Tell everybody on
bringing up-
Twitch goodbye.
Bye, everybody on Twitch. Thanks, Fly Dog, for the
Savage Dragons D said, Corey, would Tom be able to leave marks if he was on his hands and knees?
Wow. Oof. All right.
All right, goodbye. We're leaving you with this. I just hope you two can work this out. I love young romance. Tom,
Yep.
do me a favor. Say nothing if you love Margaret Blaylock. Say absolutely nothing if you love Margaret Blaylock. All right, well, that was Tom. Nothing I could do about that. May have sounded like I hung up with him, but he's just not. I guess, Tom, you don't have to say anything more because of your love for Margaret. I will let you go. Have a great night, buddy. We're going to move right into our next guest.
Hello.
Hello.
What's happening?
What's up, Big Dick Energy? How the fuck are you?
Just trying to be that.
I haven't revealed it yet, but you want to identify yourself, who you are, to the people watching on Twitch? We got like 34 people right now.
I am comedian Adrian Washington.
Okay. And what
One of
news?
Corey's only friends.
Yeah, I would say at this point you're more of a defendant of mine than anything else.
Probably. It comes with the territory.
That's true. Do you want to tell the people why you're on right now? Like, what piece of news do we got to like fucking break? What's fucking happening, man? I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this.
My fucking album finally came out, cut from a different cloth. My first comedy
There it is,
album.
and I just put it up. Everybody's watching it now. Like the graphics are there. Fuck yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Can I just say it's about damn fucking time?
You know, you can, because you kind of inspired me to do it, man. Like I was doing DVDs. I had done 4 DVDs over since 2009, and I never did an album. And just seeing you in the process you went through and listening to yours, it really made me want to do one. So
well, it's fun, and you can control it a lot of ways. And I mean, you can thank me all you want, but I mean, you're a big help and big inspiration to me in my career. So I mean, it's fucking mutual, buddy.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I've been waiting on it, man. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Happy with this. My buddy's 15-year-old daughter drew the
I really like the
artwork for me. Thank you. And but that's the thing. I remember you showing me your shit, man, and just the process of it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
and
fun, right? Like it's a completely different process than doing a video DVD thing. It's just there's something more
different.
close and personal about it almost.
Yeah.
Like there's something it's so
like,
weird, and like you wouldn't think that because in your head you're like, oh, it's a 45 minutes, but there's something different about an album. Because I mean, I bet how much you probably have stuff on there that's been on the DVDs, right? Like this is probably like your best 45.
Probably.
And
I'd
like
say
how
so.
cool is that to have your best 45 on a fucking album and be like, here.
Right. And the crazy part about it, man, is even the download cards. So I got download cards and I got physical. I literally did what you did. I literally did what you did, man. And I've got them today, and my phone's fucking been. I had to recharge my phone twice already because people have just been hitting me up, man. And a lot of people
told you,
the
man.
dope shit.
There's a fucking demand. The fact that you didn't have an album by now is fucking offensive.
It is. But I tell people, well, I did DVDs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do an album. I don't know why I didn't do an album, because for me it was always visual. There wasn't too many. I think for me personally, there wasn't too many comedy people that I listened to. I watched a ton of them, but I didn't listen a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the visual.
Well, I can vouch that you don't fucking listen ever.
How would you know, motherfucker? You don't listen.
I can't hear you, but I just assume you're not fucking listening.
So, like I said, honestly, dude, if it's you seeing the process you and listening to yours, man, it really did help. I was like, man, I got to do that shit. And then, I was going to put it on all streaming platforms, and then I found out they robbed the fuck out of you, and I was just like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give it away. I worked too hard at it to give it away.
No, I agree with that. So, Making You Wet says, album is cool. Where can we get it?
From me. Message me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll get it to you. I have download codes, or I'll mail you the actual physical CD.
I want a fucking download code, motherfucker, and then I want the CD as well. And here's the thing, I ain't even paying you for that shit. You're gonna give that shit to me.
I'll get it from you on later.
Yeah, that's right. You goddamn right you will. How many of my CDs you paid for, motherfucker?
Right.
None. You're in the fucking lamb to me for at least 2 more CDs, minimum.
Easily. Yeah, you got a point. I got you. I'll send you the download code as soon as we get done with this.
Attaboy. I also want to say, I know we have a lot of Steel Toe listeners, man. Really good job on Friday. That might be one of my favorite episodes of that show that's ever existed.
Thank you. It was one of mine too, man. And I don't know. He's open to talking, so I'm just like, you can't. But like I told him, I said, you fucked over a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, at some point, it's like the America. Like, you can't keep acting like you're the good guy when you keep fucking people over.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, you love playing the victim, dude, when you're the suspect. You know what I'm saying? You can't. People want to call you on your shit, and that's what I told him. I said, it's not even just your personal life. It's how many second likes you talk shit about, and you usually do it when they're not there because you don't want the confrontation. You just want the fucking. You want somebody to say that you said it. So
Taxes Theft says, tell Adrian I'm the guy at Coburn's on Cooper that always talks shit to him.
Got it. I didn't say no more.
Making You Wet also says, hey Adrian, I hired a black guy today. Am I still racist?
Yeah, because you hired a motherfucker.
Whoa. I feel like if you're hiring people of any ethnicity but you're still keeping a tally sheet, that means you're the racist.
A little bit. Hey, tell him because I don't know if he knows this, but like slave owners hired people too.
Taxes Theft says Adrian knew he was going to bring Aaron to that place. Yeah, I feel like the opening opened up and Adrian's like, all right, let's fucking do this.
Yeah, I got 4 hours to be there. What else am I gonna do?
Yeah, there's only so much laughing at Florida news stories a person can do.
Right. And I just was tired of talking about COVID-19 and shit, man.
I think everybody is, man. And it's like I actually have some stuff today that's super interesting. A lot of doctors and stuff are coming out with how observing it and trying to fight it, like they don't even know what's going on. So like if you have all these doctors and professionals that don't know what's going on, your fucking tilted media stream site definitely doesn't. So why are we all talking about this shit? Just calm down. Love the people around you, enjoy your free vacation, and shut the fuck up.
That's it. Motherfuckers are getting extra money.
Right.
Enjoy.
Well, and that's the thing too, because how many months this goes on now, like every time it goes on, it's going to be harder and harder to get those bitches away from free money.
Man, that's the thing. Like now, with that extra $600, nobody want to go back to work. This motherfucker's making more now chilling than they were working their asses off.
Taxes Theft says, but you're the only person that could bring him to that place. I think, honestly, I think Adrian was the right person to have there, but like sometimes Aaron just gets in these moods where he wants to open up. I honestly think that that would have happened no matter who was sitting in that chair, but I don't think it would have led to the deepness because Adrian steered it into that. Like, because you could have taken the time to make it a fun, like, because if you would have done that to me, I would have just called him a pussy and made fun of him.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, there's no way you're getting that. You're not getting that on my day. That's not happening. Oh, you feel boo-hoos because you fuck people over? Fuck you.
Right. Yeah, you'd have gave him a couple pieces of advice and be like, fuck you anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what you get.
Yeah. I think you should go home and take a bath with a toaster. It'll help everybody around you get fucked. Next call.
And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't something I planned, but it's just like I tell him, dude, you can't. You don't want to be the tears of a clown, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand, and I've been with him the longest, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just
it's like I tell people too, because I've had people at shows be like, well, Aaron said this or this, and Adrian's saying this, and I'm always like, well, Adrian's my guy, and they're like, well, I thought Aaron was your guy. I'm like, I've known Adrian way longer than I've known Aaron, and that
way
matters, I only know Aaron through you.
Right. I still remember when he was just like, man, I really want to meet Corey. I remember he was fanboy. That's why I'm just, and I think you came and did a show here with me, and he was supposed to come to that show, and he couldn't for some reason. He's like, fuck, the one time I had a chance to meet Corey Adam, I didn't get to come to the show. And I was like, man, I'm like, Corey will be around. Corey's been around forever. He ain't going nowhere.
I'm not. That's like Margaret tonight. She was like, I just don't die of drugs. I'm like, bitch, I ain't going anywhere.
Right.
Like I've slowed down the shit I need to slow down in my life. I'm not going anywhere. You guys are all fucking stuck with me, and I'm probably going to be more bitter because I'm doing less drugs.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be more bitter.
Well, but I mean,
There's
like,
no
I don't know.
problem.
You've done gigs with me. You can't keep that pace up, man. I can't, like, fucking 10 years ago me sees me in the bar, he drinks me under the table. You just can't keep up that pace.
Easily.
That's why I like the Steel Toe shows, because I can like really have one night a month where I just put it on, because I could show up fucking already drunk and hungover and still outdrink Aaron. Like 2 fucking Miller Lights and that guy's fucking tipsy.
He does and he decides to keep on drinking. That's the funny shit about it. Like and he's got that bad drunk face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my favorite is whenever he gets too drunk at a show or something, and then he just does the like disappear, how can he get home quick act.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny. I've seen it now at 3 different shows where he's like laughing, hanging out with everybody. He takes a shot that somebody bought him that he didn't want to take, and then it's just everything he can do to not come out. It's like that one night when he's like, I'll meet you over here, and we went to that fucking stupid bar that nobody wanted to go to. He doesn't even show up, and you and I are both like, he's not coming. That's not happening.
Right. Yep. I've learned, but it's crazy because like now he wants to do that shit. Because now I think he honestly hates being alone, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I think he's like, I think there's like codependency issues in there, though.
But like I told you, there's huge ones. That's like I told you, that's why he got pissed at you for taking the Sportsman gig last time, because you were supposed to be his hangout partner.
Fuck that.
You knew I wasn't hanging out.
Ain't nobody trying to like roll around in a limp. Like, here's the thing, and you know this too. You know this too. And I love Aaron. I love you. You guys are my guys. You know that. But like the thing that's so fucking weird about it is that he like wants to promenade as like this giant big dick celebrity. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't hang out with you because I have to go do this gig with an actual celebrity that's actually hooking me up. I mean, that gig that he got mad at before, I got passed at Funny Bone. That's what he got mad at, you know? Like, and it's like, I can't help that shit.
Like I told you, I told him the same thing. I said, I don't know what you expect me to say, but you should know by now what I'm going to say. I said, Corey absolutely did the right thing.
Well, and I checked with him too. And here's the thing. Full disclosure, if he says no, I still do it anyways, but that doesn't matter. I did the right thing.
Right. And you gave him plenty of time.
Yeah.
That's why I told him. I said, Donnell call me today and be like, hey, can you make it to the show tonight? Can you get on a plane? Like, yep, I got to go. It's way, like, for what we do, that's where we need to be.
Well, and that one time you miss, the fucking, the call, that's when they stop coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had that happen with people that aren't famous. The one time I couldn't fill in for Chuck Androsky at a fucking Danbury is the last time I ever fucking heard from him.
And that's how everybody treats.
Yes, because what happens is the memory is so short, and people just remember who helped them out last. Right,
because the thing of it is too, when they asked you, they definitely had other people on their mind too. And the moment you said no, they already was like, all right, well, this, you know what I'm saying? There was another.
Do you think there's a shortage of people out there that want to work with Godfrey or Swartzen? No.
Right.
It's not, you know. Making You Wet said Aaron has talent, but you guys and Oz make that show. Yeah, but okay, so here's the reality, right? You can say that, but if that's your opinion, you have to understand Aaron put Oz, Adrian, and I together on that show. So, I mean, the dynamic and everything that is Steel Toe, I mean, Aaron should deserve most of that credit because that is him. That's his show.
I should deserve most of it because I brought you. I brought Johnny.
You would have got more of the credit if your bitch ass would have just taken a day instead of hanging out for an hour on Monday for 3 years.
Dude, for 5 years, actually.
Yeah, how much better is getting a paycheck, though?
It didn't matter. Like, long as I was able to do my thing until Gary got weird about shit, it was great. When Gary got weird a year ago, it's like, fuck it. I'm not going to do it.
How's that all been?
It's good now. They came to their senses.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm there, you know, full-time on Fridays. Like, if it wasn't going to be what I wanted to be, man.
Are you sure that's not just because they needed a black co-host, though? Because, I mean, I still think Oz's day is going to go away, and that will be a woman. I mean, they're diversifying, and I'm not against that. I'm just saying, like, how much of that do you think was a minority hire on Gary's part? Like, oh, I better just
I don't think it was none, because
I've
I've been there for 5 years. They could have been had that. It wasn't I just started coming on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to their defense, you just got funny.
Well, I don't know how you got there so fast.
Because you vouched for me. You got funny, and then you vouched for me. Now we're both here.
And like I said, I never had a problem with it, man. It was just, for one, you got to remember, too, for a while, my first 3 years on there, I still had a job, too. So there's no way I could be there that long. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was coming in. When I first started coming in, I had a job, and my boss would just let me come in on that Monday for an hour. And then when I quit my job 2.5 years ago, I kind of started doing Monday. I was doing Monday for an hour, Wednesday for an hour, then I do Friday for an hour. And then Gary got weird, and then I just went back to doing my Mondays for an hour because I was like, fuck it, if I can't promote my people, why be on there that many days?
Right. Well, like the whole point was literally to get the promotion out.
Right. Definitely. So when it all came back around and said, let's see if this will work out, I said, let's see if it works out. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. No hard feelings.
I'm gonna eat a cookie right now, and we'll see if this takes effect before the end of the show. This isn't drugs, you guys. I'm just a diabetic. Let's see if this takes hold.
You're fucking insane, man. How you been though? You been good? This
no, I've been fucking terrible. Leave me alone. I'm eating a fucking cookie. Keep babbling. Tell people about your album. That's good
album.
Cookie. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
It's you guys will like it. Some of you, if you still told listeners, you guys will definitely like it. Some of it's stuff I've been working on probably the last year. Some of my best shit I had for the last year. That's the cool thing about all this, because I started writing again, which I wasn't doing for a long time. but I went into this like saying there's no way I'm gonna come out of this telling the same fucking jokes I told before this, and now I really can't tell those jokes because most of that set is what's on the album, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I mean? So I just want to legitimately like start with a new thing, man, and just fucking rock it out, and it's like perfect timing.
Yeah, I
Perfect
love that.
timing.
I mean, that's probably my favorite thing about having an album. You know, like that album jokes I'm proud of. Like I'm really proud of that album. That album sounds funnier than I am, and that's cool to say about an album, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing about it is like it was a
I know
bunch
exactly
of
what
things.
you mean, though.
Oh, I know you do now. You absolutely do now. And it's cool,
Yeah.
especially that first album, man. I'm telling you, more so than specials, more so than anything. Even I did that No Joke album. That's not the same thing. There's something really cathartic about taking all your best bits, grinding it down into a 45-minute thing or 50 or whatever, you know, that you're doing.
Right.
And then
Yep.
at the end of it, just being like, all right, I'm done. We're moving on to the next thing. Like Seinfeld did that with I'm Telling You for the Last Time. And then everything he wrote from there is new. And it's a really good way to like bookend chapters of your life, you know? So now
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you don't have to do some weird, like when I was dating jokes that you don't connect with because you've been happily married for years. Now you can do more
Right,
my wife
right.
jokes, you know, or whatever it
There
is.
you
I'm
go.
just saying
Yep.
that for example.
No, makes sense, man. Yeah, so it's super dope, and like I recorded it on New Year's Eve, and it was a sold out show. It was crazy because
Did you record that at the Carpet?
yeah,
See, and like,
In
how
the-
cool is it? Because I recorded mine at Sisyphus. How cool is it to just record on at your home? I think
at
not
home.
enough people. Like one of the things I think you and I always connected on is that our rise to whatever we are, it's been largely our own hustle and our own basically forging away at our own rooms. And there's
Yep.
something really cool about like, all right, now like this next album I have coming out that I recorded in Iceland, right? It was supposed to be out
Yeah.
right now, but fucking what isn't delayed now with all the fucking pandemic bullshit.
right.
But the thing about it is like I recorded that in Iceland. And when I was going through editing it, I was starting to get bummed out because I was like, I don't know if this is as good as the first album. And then this voice in my head goes, of course it's not. You didn't record it at
Right.
Sisyphus.
You're
And
right,
it makes
right.
sense because the whole idea is that, you know, you have that home field advantage and you have to use it. And I don't think enough people use that.
And it's beautiful, man. Because like, and then the crazy part about it, you gotta remember my New Year's Eve show. Like that, there was a guy who got killed at the Carpet like a few days before that. Thank God my show was already sold out when that happened. My New Year's Eve was on a Tuesday.
Yeah, well, you
That
know
guy
they're just
got
going to
killed.
cancel the Black Guy show just because. I mean, it's St. Cloud.
No,
Hey,
no, no, no.
Adrian,
Not
sorry. I
this-
know you're
not this
cool.
one.
I know you're cool, but we had a shooting yesterday, and people are on the edge because you're black, and everybody in St. Cloud is kind of racist.
But then they're like, oh yeah, it's Adrian. We're good. So the great thing about it was it fucking still sold out. Like not one person, dude, hit me up and was like, man, I don't feel safe. I want my money back. If anything, there's people hit me up and they're just like, hey, if anybody cancels, we'll take those tickets.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I knew
Well, I mean,
it
everybody
sold
wanted
out.
to support you. I mean, like honestly, the only reason I think that originally I was gonna go, but I was out of town. But then the only reason that I wouldn't have gone, like honestly, is because I know you would have given me a ticket, and I wouldn't want to take a space away from somebody that's paying. I just wouldn't, you know.
But you know that wouldn't even been a.
No, I know,
you
but
would
I think I ended up being booked that weekend anyway because it was like New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah, New Year's
Yeah.
Eve. Yeah, I know you were.
Yeah.
But then, and that's the dope shit about it is like I knew, just like you at Sisyphus, like I knew it was gonna be packed. I knew I had a sold out crowd. All I had to do is get up there and fucking do what I always do.
Right.
And
But there's
what was
also
great
like
about
I
it-
think what's really interesting and what I want to hear in this album, and it'll be interesting for me to listen to, like I'm gonna say this as nicely as I can, right?
all right,
Sometimes you get a little bit loose in your style.
yeah,
Like, and kind of just shoot from the hip, and we all do it. It's not like it's just
very
you.
much so.
Right. And
Very
it's,
much
I
so.
do it too. It's not like anybody. And like what's so cool about the albums is there's this pace and like absolute
Yeah,
format
yeah.
because you have all this shit you have to get out. And
That's
I
what
am,
made me
I
so
am
nervous
interested,
about
right,
doing
right.
it.
No, it's the most nervous I've ever been since I recorded my first like open mic set. I mean, like recording my album and you did it like me where it was one and done, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's smart too. I see all these comics that want to get this perfect show, but it's like, no, you do it as well as you can and you let the warts stand. That's what makes it a memorable performance. Anybody can fucking edit
exactly.
everything out in post. That doesn't
Right.
mean anything.
I do the same thing with my podcast. So people was like, man, you didn't want to edit that? I'm like, nah, because you need to hear the fucking, there's something real about knowing you got every fucking breath that what you were supposed to get on that. If you edit it down to perfection, what the fuck you got to work on? Nothing.
Right.
How you ever gonna fix something and you ain't feel like you never got to work on nothing? So for me, it was just like not, and I had to tell myself a month before, like, hey, just it's whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Because I was just like, man, I can't just shoot from the hip. I gotta have a list. I gotta know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you get off stage, you're like, God damn, I forgot to say that one. He's like, but you know what? I
Right.
got mostly everything I wanted to get on there. And the audience, man, the audience that was there just fucking, they didn't leave me hanging. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment, excuse me, the moment Fresh introduced me, the energy was just so, because like he was like, what do you want for
I
walk-up
think it's
song?
cool
I was
that
like,
you had Fresh introduce you too. Like I think that's really cool too.
yeah, because I was
mean,
like, man, I was like,
there's just a lot of fucking shit you did really, really right in the way you went about this, I think.
thank you. That means a lot. Like I said, because honestly, man, you were my motivation behind it. And I didn't know, I didn't even know
how sad is your life when I'm motivating?
You have your moments, Corey. There's
that's the closest to a nurturing compliment I'll ever get, guys. This feels good. Here, hold on. Let's get caught up here quick. Let's see here. Aaron has talent. Yep, we already read that one. Would you agree that Aaron has a problem with self-accountability? Yeah, I think so. I think that was kind of the whole point of Friday. Even he'd admit that, yeah. I will say this about Aaron, though. Like, the thing about Aaron, the reason why he's not, like, I think sometimes this happens to you, too. I forget how young he is, man.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and that's why I tell him, quit being so hard.
There's life lessons that he just hasn't learned yet because he's not that old yet. It's fine.
And you got to remember, man, like I told him, I said, you don't have the right people around. All you got around you is fucking yes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he likes that. That's why, I mean, that's what he,
right.
like, that's what he likes. Let's see here.
But that's
Making
like
You Wet says, my favorite is Oz. You play off each other great, and I love the dry humor. Well, yeah, I mean, but Oz is a yes man. I love Oz to death, but he's a yes man, and that's what we're just talking about.
But that's why I told him, because he's like, oh, there's something. He was like, I think I'm smart enough to know. I was like, no, you're just full of shit. That's not you being smart about something. You're just full of shit. I said, but people around you are going to tell you what you want to hear because, one, you're only going to tell them your side of the story. You're not going to tell them the whole story.
Well, and I think he forgets sometimes how big his voice gets, you know, because, like, how many people are listening to terrestrial. I fucking forget. I still, to this day, am shocked at how I get, like, spotted or talked to more from Steel Toe than a lot of the other shit I've done. It's fucking crazy, you know, because it's like you don't realize how many people you're talking to. Because especially, and
I've noticed it even more just in the few weeks I've been on camera. Like now, there's people before they'd be like, "Oh, I thought that was your voice." So when they hear me talk, they'd be like, "Are you Adrian?" But now there's people that fucking look at me. They're like, "I know you're Adrian." You know
if I stop, I usually stop for gas down in the cities because if I stop up there, somebody will say something to me sometimes. Like, I mean, it's not every time, but I mean, it's every other probably.
It's more than not.
It's more than not for sure. All right, let's see what else. Savage G says Aaron's got talent, but he's too lazy and self-sabotaging to be anything more than a local celebrity. I don't think he's lazy. I do think he self-sabotages, but here's the thing. He can fix that tomorrow or tonight. Like maybe Friday is the moment where he gets that reflection, and moving forward, he's not like that. That's super awesome.
Yeah, because that was huge, man. And I literally, I even told him before I left, I was like, thank you for being honest. Thank you for even allowing that conversation to happen.
Well, that takes a lot of bravery that he doesn't, like, the thing that Aaron doesn't get a lot of credit for is as much as you like or dislike him, people listen to him because he's interesting because he's so honest with his life on the air.
Right.
Like there's no buffer zone. I mean, it sabotages his life. He's so honest with it.
Yep. And I think he's really, and that's what I told him. I said, dude, you're 33. 33-year-old me, I wouldn't have been able to tell you none of this shit. Man, I always met when I was 35. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, man. Most life-changing shit doesn't happen till like your mid or late 30s anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be 40 in fucking January, and I spent the latter half of my 30s just correcting shit from my 20s. That's absolutely true.
Right. No, I get it. I agree. 100%.
Making You Wet says local celebrity is all most people are looking for. I think that's fair. Aaron's looking to be bigger. I'm trying to catch up on all this.
Okay.
Tax and Steph says can't wait to listen to it. Talking about your CD.
I appreciate it, man. I think you guys are gonna like it. It's dope. I love what went into it. I love the energy that was behind it. I love the fact that I got something to do now. You know what I'm saying? I can. That's why I tell people I'm gonna get it to you no matter how. Whether I gotta mail it, whether I gotta meet you. The download codes are great because I literally fucking take a picture of that and send that to that person. And, you know what I mean?
So if they just direct message you with like Venmo or PayPal, you'll just send them the download code and they can get it.
Yep.
Dope. I'm so excited, man. I better get that fucking download code the moment you hang up.
I'm sending it to you as soon as we get off the phone.
Yeah, you damn right you are. Don't make me drive the. I know where you live, motherfucker.
No, you don't.
Oh yes, I do. Don't make me break quarantine to show up at your house for a download code. Fucking, you think I won't? You think I fucking won't? How bored and crazy am I, Adrian? Just ask yourself that.
Very.
Right.
I'm both of those.
You know what bored, crazy people do? Erratic fucking things, man. Erratic.
I'm glad we got all this recorded. So in case some shit
Well, I'll just edit it before I post it. None of this is gonna see the fucking thing. I'll just call everybody that heard it. I'll just call everybody that heard it a liar. There'll be no proof. It's fine.
That cookie's gonna kick in. Yeah,
It might literally kick in. I mean, that's what's so funny is the show's about 3 hours, right? And we're sitting right at about 2.5 right now. So this cookie is gonna be a race against the clock.
Good luck with that. Yeah, and then you're here tomorrow, right?
No, today's my Friday. Yeah, I do Friday through Tuesday, and then I get out of the way because there's a Steel Toe one on Wednesday, and there's a Savage Dragon one on Thursday. So I like to one, I get a couple days off, which is nice for me, but two, I like to get out of the way of those two shows because I feel like we're all kind of pulling from the same central fan base. Yeah, which is all kind of Steel Toe. You know, like I don't like as much as I enjoy doing this, I don't feel like it would be ethically okay for me to compete against Steel Toe on a Wednesday. I just don't, like, to me personally, it's just not something I would do.
No, that's real. That makes sense.
Because, I mean, like, there's nothing on that I'm I mean, I feel bad about going head-to-head with your fucking Facebook show sometimes. Because I'll watch my viewers drop off, and I'll be like, what the fuck is happening? And then I go to Facebook, and you're on, and I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I'll mute this. I'll play these assholes a video while I watch your stream.
I try not to have that happen, man. I try my best.
Impossible. You can't get out of the way of everybody and still produce.
Right.
It's impossible. You know? And that was kind of the thing for me, is that it was a logical thing because of, like, if this quarantine thing goes away, when it does, it will eventually, you know. Right. Thursdays are not a night I could do it anyways because of comedy, because of Sisyphus. And then I'm on the air on Thursdays, so I wouldn't want to be up that late on Wednesdays anyway. So it just made the most sense.
Got you.
All right, hold on. We're gonna catch up on these listeners. Hold on. I want to get all the way through this shit quick because they're asking you stuff at rapid fire.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Can they get it on Amazon?
No.
Okay. I don't think Gary would have gotten as weird about it if Adrian wouldn't have potentially caused legal problems. I don't know what the fuck that means.
But that's the problem. There was no legal problems on my part. That's just what he got as a fan out of that. Yeah. All I ever did was mention my sponsors. He never said I couldn't. By the time he said I couldn't, it was a year and a half later, and he came up with some plug-ola shit, and he never even explained it. My problem with him was I didn't like the way he did it. He told me I couldn't mention it. I said I won't mention it. I left it at that. What I didn't like about the way he did it was he fucking went behind my back and started going to my sponsors, which all my sponsors are my friends, so they all hit me up like, hey, what the fuck is going on with this? Yeah. Well, and I mean, there's not... I like Gary, and I like that job, and I like that place, but it's not necessarily the most professional. And that's the only way I can really say that, you know? Yeah. And it happens, like, whatever he decided to do for his own reason, like, Gary's a weird motherfucker anyways. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a different cat. So, for me, I was like, it's best that I just slide back because I'm not going to do what he wants me to do. Like, I don't like how you went about that. And what pissed me off about it was I tried to have a sit down. He avoided the sit down until. Do you think he was scared of you because of how he handled it? I think so. I think he realized he handled it wrong. Yeah. Because like I told him, I said, you can't do that, you know? Yeah, I said, all you had to do was tell me you're going to do that, and I would have told my people you were going to come talk to them. That way it wouldn't look like you were sneaking around behind my back. Yeah. He literally walked into one place, and I was sitting there. That's funny. And I was fucking livid at this point. How mad were you? I was fucking mad. Put it this way. My buddy I was sitting with, he was like, because his back was toward Gary. Mm-hmm. He said, I didn't know what happened. He said, but I've never seen that look on your face before. And this guy who's known me 15 years.
I've never seen you angry. I honestly haven't. I bet it. And here's the thing I'll say about people that I never see angry: their anger precipice is crazy. Because if you're the kind of person that can hold all that shit in, like the moment you can't hold that shit in, something's getting broken or attacked. That's just how it goes.
Right. So I tried to be like, I'm a businessman, man. I tried to be as fucking real as, just like anything else in life. I tried to be as real as I could about any of it. But that's water under the bridge now. We got it taken care of, and
yeah,
people got their own thoughts of what happened.
Well, but now you're on Friday. It worked out better for everybody. I mean, you're getting a little bit more money. They're getting more time. Everybody's happy. It works out better for everybody.
Yeah, and maybe that's what needed to happen. I just believe everything happens for a reason. Whether we understand that reason or not.
I don't want any of your bullshit optimism right now. I'm trying to breed grudges here, man. Come on. Oh, golly, I just think everything's gumdrops and puppies.
Nah, it ain't that. But if you go through some shit, you got to go through it for a reason, right?
Let's see here. Making You Wet says, all right, autographed hard copy, $20, question mark?
Autograph or hard copy for $10. I won't charge extra for autograph.
I think I actually, if Adrian's signing it, it probably should cost less, right? Depreciates the value.
Maybe Adrian Peterson.
Come on. That's my old joke. Come on. That's an old standby. I fucking hate when people ask me to sign shit. Like, I get that it's like a thing they want, but to me, it's like, it always feels like a weird yearbook moment. So I always write, have a good summer. Like I've been writing "Have a good summer" on all my autographs for like ever. Yeah,
that's just because you're that much. You're an asshole, Cord.
Well, yeah, but I just don't like. Who the fuck? I don't know. Like you listen to the product and you like it. You got to meet me. Like the picture and the product makes sense to me. Autographing has never made sense to me.
But you gotta understand, and I get it. I understand. Like I used to feel the same way, but I'm just like, to them, it's something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't probably easy for them to ask that, but to those people, either they got bigger dreams for you than you have for yourself. So they're like, when this motherfucker does make it, I can be like, hey, I knew him when. That's what I think it is more than anything.
But you could still do that with an album and a photo, I guess.
You could, but you know how dope it is? Because for me, well, you write "Have a Good Summer." I usually ask what's your name, and I'll autograph it to that person.
Oh, I address it to that person. What's your name? Karen? Karen, have a good summer.
Have
Corey.
a good summer.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll put "get well soon" if I'm feeling frisky. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I hate it. I can't help it. It's just who I am, man.
You're a different cat, though, bro.
It's just weird. Let's see here. So they cannot get it on Amazon. They have to get it directly from you.
Yes.
Asking again.
I didn't put it on anything.
Matt Doima's calling me Hollywood Adam. I don't know what the fuck that means, but all right. Maybe because I'm being a heel. That was me. Excuse me, sir. Taxes Theft says he'll trade you a ribeye for a download code.
Done.
Done.
Tell him I'll come get it tomorrow.
That's the guy that's at Coburn's and Cooper.
Yeah, yep. Coburn's on Cooper.
Yeah. Said I'll trade you a ribeye for a download code. Into that. You got a ribeye coming, baby.
Ask him what's his hours tomorrow.
Yeah, what are you working tomorrow? Adrian's coming for his steak. Said that's very mature and considerate and proud of you, Corey. I think that's about me picking the day. Well, it's not even. I don't even think it's like considerate. It's just good business. Like you don't shit where you eat. I'm not gonna go head to head. Like I'm not gonna do a Twitch show head to head with Steel Toe. You know, even though I'm the reason Steel Toe's on Twitch, nobody talks about that. I never get enough credit for that shit. You remember that when Aaron, like, were you around when that shit was happening where Facebook kept fucking with the account? And I'm like, you see to move to Twitch,
I remember
dude.
just hearing about it. And all of a sudden they were like, we're on Twitch.
Taxes Theft says he works 11 to 7 tomorrow.
Done.
All right, Taxes Theft, I want to see a picture of that. I want to make sure that Adrian's going good on his word.
I'm trading a download code for a ribeye tomorrow. Right? What'd you say, Corey?
Oh, I'm just saying I want a picture of that fucking ribeye from you so I know that this is an actual, you're keeping to your word.
Oh, we got this. I see him quite a bit there. That's my meat stick.
Making You Wet says maybe not autograph the cover, but the inside, like a book signing.
It's a sleeve, so you could either do the CD or the front or the back of the cover, but it's a sleeve.
Did you go through a record label or did you do it all yourself?
I went through the guys who I always went through, Copycats.
Okay, yeah, to produce it, but like
Yeah.
You're not on a record label, you did everything yourself?
Nope, everything
So,
myself.
yeah, that's what I did for the No Jokes, and it's fucking amazing. Like at the last minute, Stand Up Records came in and signed it. But I mean, I was going through copycats.
My
I did all
guy
the editing.
actually.
Shout out to Cream of Jeans, actually, Cream of Jeans Studio, who did all of the actual finite editing. I say I did the editing, but basically what I did was just tell him where to cut and snip. He's the one that actually went through painfully.
Yeah.
I realized that I
Yeah.
can't take credit for his job when he's in this room. So
Yeah, my boy Mike Lardy at Lardy Studios did all my sound and everything, and then like my boy Ned's daughter did the artwork, and they took care. I did what you did. I told them take this. I listened to it. I said take this part out, take that part out, or whatever, and that was it.
yeah, man.
Everything
I mean,
else was on
it's
there.
great. And like I said, I mean, you fucking like, I don't know, man. I'm really proud of you, and I cannot believe this is the first album you've made. That just doesn't make sense to me.
You know, when you say it like that, I agree. Over 16 years, I got fucking one album.
Crazy. And like, especially
But
like if you were some like fucking bootlicking open mic shitheel that fucking didn't write a new joke in 10 years, maybe. But I mean, your bitch ass has
Right.
like a new 15 every time I see you.
I know, and but that's why I was like, you know what? I definitely will have another album made within another 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like now I know the process of it and everything too, and that's why I was like, this is my baby. I don't want to give this one away. This is the one that I learned how to do an album on, you know. But yeah, I can't believe it, and this it's dope now, like with the technology and just sending people download code and shit.
Yes.
I literally can download the album in my car on my hard drive and just have it in there
But
forever.
more importantly, you can send people a series of fucking web links and make money off it, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's
Yeah.
gonna be so much. You're gonna see like the thing that's really crazy, and I'm sure you know this just from your DVDs, but like the more products you have, the more you sell. People are always
Yeah.
like willing to. I fucking like raised the price of my albums when the second one came out because I would
Right.
always sell them for $10, and then if I go, yeah, they're 1 for 15 or 2 for 20, everybody buys 2.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing about it today. People made me order shirts again today because there's people like, oh, I still didn't get a shirt. I want a shirt and a. So I'm just like, all right,
I
fuck it.
fucking
I
hate
got it.
shirts. I gotta get a shirt. I have a
Man,
shirt.
you
I have
gotta-
a shirt that would sell a shitload, but I just fucking hate it because every time I've ever had shirts, and I've done them twice, I just never have the right size when I need it. And it's fucking infuriating
But
because
that's why you
you're fucking
keep on
hauling
getting
this
shirts.
goddamn backpack all over the place, and then you're fucking, this goddamn piece of fucking luggage doesn't have the thing you need to make money. And it's never,
Cool.
it's like a Murphy's Law situation, right? Like if I buy a bunch of smalls, like those won't
Yeah.
sell at all. If I buy a bunch of
Yeah.
XLs, those won't sell at all. Like whichever one I don't have quantity is the one that I could sell 18 of in that moment.
That's why I usually, man, I'll order like anywhere from like 60 to 80, and I'll get smalls all the way up to double XL. If you want bigger than a double XL, I need you to like pre-order that for me so I know that shirt will sell. But then you just go back. So then when I realize, okay, like I sold medium's a popular size, XL's a popular size. So I'll get more XLs than I would like a small. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes I hold on to a small a little longer. I'm like, fuck it. I'll give that to one of the kids. You know what I mean? But that's
Yeah.
why you just got to keep doing it. Like you keep doing it, they'll keep like they keep selling people.
Yeah, I
I just
know. No,
realized-
and I know the fucking money farm they are. I mean, I've watched Wayne Burfine set up his fucking tent town of merch. I've watched this shit.
Yeah, man. Steve-O taught me that shit, man. Merch. I seen Steve-O fucking clear.
Oh,
Over
Steve-O
20 grand.
Steve-O runs a merch clinic. Like I learned so much
Yeah.
about selling merch by opening for that guy. It was crazy.
Dude.
The way,
And
like the way that he sells those glasses, and then if you buy merch, you can cut in line to take his picture. That is
Yep.
something that I will directly be using when I get famous. Like that is such.
And but he didn't.
And I guarantee you, he didn't invent it. I guarantee you, that's a marketing. But that thing is fucking brilliant.
But he didn't do that for so long. I think that's why he
Right.
had to come up with that. You
Well,
know what I mean?
Swartzen too.
'Cause the first time
I go on the road with Swartzen. He doesn't sell any merch at all. He tells me,
Yeah.
I go, why don't you sell merch? And he goes, I'm rich. My fans have already paid for my products. I don't give a shit.
Donnell's the same way.
Yeah. Because I
He'll
bet,
be like-
at some point, if you've got enough money where it's not that big of a deal, it does feel like you're taxing because these people are already paying $50 to see you.
Right.
You know, it's not
But
like
when
us
I-
where like we show up at a fucking venue. Most of the time, people are paying $20 to see us at the most.
Right. And that ain't all your $20.
Right. Oh, dude, that's not even part of my 20. That's like
Right.
$4.
So yeah, like we still in the business of if we got merch, that's where we'll probably make more money off merch than we do the gig.
Taxes Theft says for a shirt, he'll give you a barbecued seasoned flat iron chicken.
I ain't got no shirts right now.
Okay. Savage
But I
Dragon
appreciate
D
that.
says, how does Johnny's crippled ass have a shirt and you don't, Corey? Yeah, I don't know. I had shirts. They were fine.
But that's what I told Johnny. So you gotta have something. There's no way if you're gonna do this, you know you got shows. You gotta have something. For the longest time, I never had shirts. Matter of fact, I just got shirts.
But I have
2
albums.
years
It's
ago.
not like I don't. I have pins. I have albums. I have merch.
That's true. That's true. Yes. That's the thing. As long as you got something. But that's what's great too, because like I remember having DVDs and shirts. Or you have like when I had DVDs, people were like, well, I don't have a DVD player. I'm like, all right, screw it. But when you got DVDs and shirts, people were like, oh, I gotta buy something. It's like I wear shirts out. But then there's people like, hey, my wife said don't bring another home, but here's the money for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I've had that happen before too. I've had people where like after a show, they're like, hey man, I don't have a CD player, but here's money for those CDs. But
Yeah,
you can keep them.
yeah.
I've had that happen a bunch.
Yeah, and that's I mean, we probably picked the hardest thing to be in, bro.
Oh, it definitely feels like it during this quarantine, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I like to
know,
put on a brave front, but I mean, everybody watching this, go to Corey Adam Comedy at Venmo and give everything. Everything you give goes directly to me. And if you want to help Adrian out, go to Corey Adam Comedy Venmo and give me some money. It'll
My phone's chirping.
really help put his mind at ease to know his friend has rent.
That's right. As long as I know my friends got rent, I sleep a little better.
That's the thing. It's
And
like
he
that,
gotta
like
ask me
I just
for
wish I knew this shit was coming. I bought a car last November, man. Like,
That's what I think that's what, like I was telling you before, but that's where I got lucky at. If it was going to happen, literally it couldn't happen at a better time for
oh
me.
man, it happened so bad.
I get it. I can't imagine knowing it happened when you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
fuck. Like that's why I'm just like I'm cool about it. And now I got more merch to sell, and I know I got shit that people want, and it just works. It just works out, man. So I don't know how I got so lucky, but thank God for it. I'll take it. Better
Texas
lucky than
Steph said
good.
Lil Wayne sold shirts on the streets of New Orleans for years. That's kind of cool
Not for
himself. That's crazy.
Not for years, because Wayne's probably been famous since he was like 13. So
Yeah, but you can be unattended in New Orleans at 8. Nobody gives a shit.
that's 6 probably.
Yeah, probably. King of Clubs says, I love my first Mike shirt.
One mic.
First Mike. He's put number 1. That's
Cool,
what I'm
don't
going to
be a
do, dude. I'm going to start a rival company, and I'm going to call it First Mike.
I don't care.
And then
Just
I'm going to change
Hey.
my name to Adam Washington.
Hey,
I'm not going to do blackface.
Don't
That's
pay.
not
Don't
happening.
pay him for shit. Don't pay him for shit.
Look, I know.
He did send him.
Look, that's probably just the cookie talking. Let's be honest.
I kind of started thinking the same thing. I tried to get off the phone before the cookie kicked in.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna start selling thongs. I think like nobody's selling thongs anymore.
Well, just make sure you got one on so you can show them how it's supposed to go.
They're all gonna say First Mike.
Hey, knock yourself out. You can call it fucking.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take your face and I'm going to like, how they do that celebrity combine on like Conan where they make it look like they had a kid. I'm gonna combine your face with the one mic logo, and that'll be the First Mike logo.
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Fuck, it's 10:30 already.
From Adam, Oregon.
Hey, whatever you got to do.
Hey man, every hustle is deep. So when officially is the CD out? Like, is it officially dropped now, or is this kind of like a teaser?
It's officially dropped today. Yep.
So it came out today.
It came out today.
Okay. Did you put anything like on Facebook blasting? Because I didn't see any promotion on it.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I'll share it and fucking. I'll be nice to you. I'll give you some nice words. But this is I can't say how proud I am of you. I love you like family, and this is so overdue, man. I'm so excited that this is finally here.
Thank you, man. I'm honestly, like I told you, dude. Thank you for the push. Like you were pushing me and didn't even know it, because when I saw it, I was blown away by the process of it. And just the excitement you had of it, and like the artwork and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just
I
dope.
love it. I mean, I think I almost enjoy the process of making an album as much as I enjoy like being a comedian and like being on stage. Like it's like a puzzle that you get to do your ultimate, like, because there's trickery you can do with the order and the edits that you just can't do in a video presentation. Like if you fuck up a joke or you want to, I don't know how much you moved around your set list, but I mean, the way that the set list moved around for that album, like when the video came out, the video and the album are completely different because of how we edited down to the album of jokes.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I really didn't like. There was a couple times I had to tell somebody in the audience something. Like I edited that, but as far as I had a plan, I had a plan and I had a sheet of paper, so I can keep me on track because I know I can easily go from the hip.
Well, here's
and
another
just,
pro move about that, right? It's an audio CD. Nobody sees your piece of paper.
right. That's why I didn't mind having a piece of paper sitting. The people there didn't see the piece of paper because I had it sitting on a table. So when I went to get my
you
drink,
just tape it to the stool and nobody sees it.
yeah. But I needed to do it because I know if I didn't have a reference sheet, it would have just been one of my regular shows where I.
Yeah, but it couldn't be
improv.
because you had to do it. So, oh man, I'm so fucking excited to hear this, Adrian. You don't even know.
I appreciate it. I mean, and the jokes, they still jump around, but it's like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still you. It's not like it's going to change into a polished comedian. It's just an album.
Right. Well, yeah, man, I'm going to send you the download code. Let me know what you think.
All right, awesome. Well, tell everybody where to get a hold of you and where to get a hold of your new album, Cut from a Different Cloth.
Yes. Comedian Adrian Washington, if you follow me on Facebook, or if you follow my personal page, Adrian Washington. Also on Instagram, Funny Man Adrian W. I had to put the W on there because.
And do you have like Venmo and PayPal? Like they can pay you electronically and get the download code?
I got Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. And Facebook.
Cash App? I didn't even know you were a hooker. Good for you.
Yep, all that shit.
Attaboy. All right, well, thank you. Thank you so much, man, for coming on. And honestly, like, all jokes aside, I love busting your balls. Congratulations, man. This is a big fucking moment. You're a fucking comedian with a fucking album like you should have been fucking years ago. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much, man. Love you, brother.
Love you, too. We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye. That was Adrian Washington. His new album is called Cut from a Different Cloth. You can go pick that up. I was going to say wherever CDs are sold, but you actually just have to hit him up. You can go to his Facebook or hit him up. So that was awesome. Thank you. That's really cool. Where are we at? Thank you for the bits for Adrian. That was great. Where are we going here? Here's the real question. Do we think that like Tom and Margaret are interacting right now? Like one of them sent a message to the other and they're just going to be like, all right, here we go. Let's get it. Let's see. We're getting, whoa, God, that was weird. All right. Yeah, he's balls deep right now. I agree. I know we were going to do some news stuff, but that got, the Tom and Margaret thing got out of hand, so we just had to fucking do it. I just think it was pretty great. To find interacting. Banging. Run out thoughts. Banging. Yeah. Cream of Jeans gets it. Definitely fucking. Here's something that I came across, and let's see if it gets me another fucking violation from fucking YouTube, because I'm going to just play it because I don't give a fuck. But there's an interesting thing right now with coronavirus and how people are dealing with it. And every time you go online, every time you look at something, the information keeps changing. And I was trying to find out why that is. And one of the reasons why that's happening is because doctors don't really know what it is. Like, they don't know what they're looking for. They don't really know how to stop it. And the Times, of all people, who I've really been hating the New York Times as of late, but the Times, of all people, nailed this story. So I'm going to go. We're going to watch this, and I will be right back. I'll be right here with you. But yeah, this is an interesting thing about how coronavirus is basically questioning and hard to diagnose, and even medical practitioners, like doctors and stuff, they have no idea what's going on with this. So it's something really interesting to hear.
This disease has challenged everything that we believed was right 6 weeks ago.
It's different than anything we've seen before, and maybe the way we've taken care of things is not the right way of doing it.
There is a lively and healthy debate that I think is a good debate about what the right thing to do here is.
I'm concerned that if we continue on the path that we're on, that hundreds of thousands of lives and lungs may be at risk.
It's actually kind of vital that we not deviate from those treatment protocols because we know that they reduce mortality.
If you ask physicians a month and a half ago, hey, someone comes in breathing 40 times a minute,
Low oxygen levels.
Somebody who has an O2 sat in the 80s.
they will tire out within a few hours. So what's your next step?
Before COVID-19, I would recommend putting you on a breathing machine
I would have rushed to intubate.
because that was probably the right thing to do.
You know, I know when to put in a breathing tube. I've worked long enough and I've worked enough places and with enough people. But in this disease, it is extremely confusing. You know, it just doesn't make sense. This I stocked up for the apocalypse like most people. Now I just can't believe that I would thought that I'd somehow be home to make all my frozen food, but on a normal day in an ICU, you have very sick patients. Patients are dying, but this is just different. It's just, you have a disease we don't understand that is very deadly with patients that are scared and staff that are scared. And on top of that, it does not appear that we have a good treatment strategy other than a ventilator. And we're not sure when to put a breathing tube in. You know, the crux of it is we don't want to put a breathing tube in to someone who doesn't need it, knowing that there's a 70% chance they'll die. And then we don't want to not put it in to someone who would need it too late. You go to the ER and there's 40 people that need oxygen and they all look terrible, but they can all talk to you.
And no apparent distress whatsoever.
And then you get them on a monitor and you look up and you see this oxygen saturation of like 45 or 50%.
And I'm telling myself, this is impossible. This is not possible. How can this be?
It's just not compatible with life to have an oxygen saturation that low.
You know, this is strange. It's out of a horror movie.
I've been unable to sleep because I'm trying to wrap my head around this. This goes against anything I've ever believed.
The paradigm of ARDS is not matching with the patients that I'm seeing. So it's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole.
At the core of the core of the core, it is just what disease are we treating, you know? And are we treating something that is naturally ARDS or are we not?
We protect the lung against what we do to the lung. Protect it from what? From what we do in mechanical ventilation. And now the mechanical ventilation.
This is what I found the most interesting, is this right here. There's two different types, and you never hear about
The
that 'cause I
type
didn't know.
L cannot be treated as a classical ARDS. It's not a classical ARDS. You cannot do the same protocol for everybody. If they come and you don't have an idea if the patient is type L or type H, you probably do some disaster in 50% of the population.
So what he is saying is that we just have to be gentle. You know, people will need a ventilator, and those that do need as high oxygen as possible, as little pressure as possible in order to buy time until this demon virus stops.
These patients have ARDS. I think the editorial has both been misinterpreted, and I think people have misunderstood that it's just that. It's an editorial, it's not a study, and it's not a trial. I don't doubt that people have seen some cases with some terrifyingly low oxygen numbers. On average, they're as sick as prior cohorts with ARDS.
I just think it's important to say that it's not a settled question. Every hospital in the world is probably solving this problem slightly differently.
We're using an early intubation strategy here, and of our first 66 patients, already a third of them have been extubated. I'm arguing for evidence-based medicine, which is something that we all purported to agree with before this outbreak hit. We have large randomized controlled trials. The patients in those trials had met the same diagnostic criteria that our current patients meet. We should apply the results of the trials.
Today, we do not rush to intubate. Intubation has become the last resort, and the protocol, once they're intubated, has changed drastically.
So within the last 2 weeks, I think what has been unacceptable has become very acceptable. Some of these patients don't need to be intubated. You watch them carefully, you make sure their oxygenation is adequate, and they can recover.
I'm not saying we don't need ventilators, but perhaps we need to think about how we're using them. Somebody, and preferably people that are not taking care of patients every day, needs to look at the disease and figure out how we can treat it better.
The truth will come out eventually. In the meantime, the question is what do we do till that happens? And yes, I'm nervous. I'm scared every day when I go into work. But I'm just trying to do the best I can.
All right, and that was the Times article, video. I really like that video because it really lays out a lot of what's been happening as far as we look for it and we think, do you have a link? Yeah, you want the link? Here, hold on. I will absolutely give you a link. That's exactly what we're doing here. Watch it and which one is it? It is that one. There it is. Hold on. Put this here. Copy it. Bloop. Bloop. Bloop over here. Bloop. There's the link to that. We've got a bunch of stuff that I was going to go over. Yeah, for sure. We ended up that Tom Margaret feud ended up eating up most of our time. I had a bunch of stuff we were going to talk about, so I think we'll just run through all these videos real quick. This is kind of funny. This is from our friends over at China Uncovered, and this is the top 5 blunders of state-run media. This was in 2013, so if it was recent, he would probably add it now. But so here, we'll watch this. Let's see. Let's get caught up here quick. They're bumping ugly. Slamming salmon. Yeah, gross. They are probably fucking... Garbage puss break? Garbage puss break? Yeah, right. I never heard of the two types either. Yeah, no, and this is an interesting thing that nobody's talking about is that the ARDS has these two symptoms, and the type, what is it, type L and type H or whatever it was. I just forgot, and I just watched it. But like the idea that is so fucking crazy in all this is that the medical community didn't know about this. Like the medical community didn't fucking understand it at all. There you go. Some firecrackers. Oh, firecrotching. I got you. Yeah, it was H and L. And the thing that's crazy is that the H, like they showed in that video, like medically, those people shouldn't be conscious. Like if you're getting a 50% ratio of oxygen, you shouldn't be alive. And part of the things that's happening is that they don't understand how to diagnose or move it. But this is something that like the mainstream media is not really touching. Like you can find the Times and the Post writing about it here and there, but it's just crazy. And this is one of my biggest problems with the mainstream media and just media in general right now is that they all want to present these stories, but nobody's really out there presenting news. Like they're not telling you why it, you wonder why there's these demonstrations and these protests. And yeah, we may have linked it to astroturfing and the GOP. That's fine. It doesn't change the fact that medical communities have been giving contradictory information throughout this whole process and then getting mad at people for not believing them. The reality is nobody really knows. And this goes back into what I've been saying for the last week and a half. We don't have math on this. We don't know what this is. We don't know how it's affecting people. So everything we're doing is our best guess. We don't have math, and that's part of the problem. I've had 94% oxygen when I had pneumonia once, and that was terrifying. Can't imagine. Right. 50% is low as shit. Yes, and the news is no longer objective because they're trying to give you a fucking just in. And that's, honestly, that's one of the things that I'm trying to do with this show that's most important to me, is I want to cover the news in a way that I feel like is fair. If I see shit that's fucked up that the Republicans are doing, I'm going to go after them. The Dems too. Libertarians too. I don't give a fuck. That's why I went after China so hard. That's why we've called it SARS 2 on this channel. The reality is that it comes back and we don't know. Here's a really fun upbeat from our friends over at China Uncovered or Uncensored. I always forget what it is. China Uncensored. And this is the top 5 blunders of Chinese state media. I love this.
Hey guys, Chris Chappell here from China Uncensored and the Run List. The great thing about state-run media is that they spend so much time censoring the news that sometimes it's easy to forget what facts actually look like, often with hilarious results. Which brings us to the top 5 blunders by Chinese state-run media. Number 5. In 2002, the extremely popular Beijing Evening News ran this story about the U.S. Congress threatening to leave D.C. unless the Capitol building gets a retractable dome. But what their over 1 million readership didn't realize was that the story came from The Onion, which, as you probably know, is a satirical fake newspaper, unlike the Beijing Evening News, which is just a fake newspaper. But I know why they ran that story. A lot of government buildings in China just copied the design of the Capitol building, so they probably just wanted retractable domes themselves. Number 4. In 2007, Xinhua News Agency ran a real article about multiple sclerosis and used this X-ray image. That's Homer Simpson. This article is still on Xinhua's website, but the X-ray has been taken down. I mean, how do they look at that and not realize that's not what a human looks like? Who are these clowns working there anyways? Number 3. Behold this map of Turkey, Iraq, and Iran used on CCTV. Now look at this map from World of Warcraft. Idiots. Number 2.
That one, hold on.
China's military
I'm gonna
is great
real
and
quick. That one, that World of Warcraft is actually real, and I saw it carried by more than one public. So what happens is when China comes out with a story, a lot of other news outlets will pick them up and run with them. And I saw that in multiple sources where they were showing that World of Warcraft as a fucking landmass. Fucking hilarious.
Powerful, and everyone should be afraid. Just look at this footage from a CCTV 2011 broadcast of the J-10 fighter blowing up an enemy. Wow, that looked like something right out of an action movie. That's because it was. Someone at the Wall Street Journal realized that this footage was actually ripped from a scene in Top Gun. Don't let that lull you into a false sense of security, though. Just look at this footage from a recent training drill off the Diaoyu Islands. And finally, number 1. Guys, try not to get too excited, but at the end of last year, the People's Daily English announced that Kim Jong-un was the sexiest man alive! Wait. Ah, damn, that's another Onion story. I mean, look at the sexy spread of photos the People Daily collected. Are you sure he wasn't named the sexiest man alive? I don't know, I gotta say. Sure, the people...
So that's... There. Is that better? I'm so bad. So here's something that happens with this fucking soundboard, right? Towards the end of the show, right when we get around 3 hours, it doesn't like clear its memory. So when I hit the button, it doesn't always work. So I got to pay more attention to that. But this thing's kind of a shit heel work in progress anyways. Let's see. What else do we do? We're just sweeping by everything I had in here because it's our Friday and we got to get going. So we're doing a bunch of videos towards the end, which is fine. Here's something about Fauci. A lot of people don't know who that guy is and why you should respect him. But even though we all hate Trump. Wait, that's not even on. See, the sound effects weren't even on. I'm an idiot, aren't I, guys? Even though we all hate Trump.
You are fake news.
The guy sitting next to him, the doctor, is actually a real deal, man. He's fucking the shit. And a lot of people don't know that. And I found a really good article by, I think it's Care 11, which is crazy. Like, Care 11's out there being relevant.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
They're like, hey, we're Care 11. Care, baby. All right, hold on. We're going to do this and this and this.
Dr. Anthony Fauci.
So, this is a thing about Fauci. Again, we're just doing quick snippets here. These are just kind of stuff that I forgot to get to. A couple of these were from yesterday and I didn't get to them. But again, I'd rather have, whoops, that's the wrong button. I would rather have shit be awesome. Yes, they were showing Top Gun scenes. So the Chinese state-run media, right? And that's why I love that China Uncovered guy, because he just goes after him. Like, it's a personal vendetta with him, and I think it's funny as shit. But they ran a Top Gun clip as if it were news. They ran 3 Onion articles as if they were news. One even had a picture of Homer Simpson. And then they also fucking misdirected a bunch of other stuff. This is why we can't trust China. We don't have numbers. I showed you with the doctors. The doctors don't know what's going on. These are medical fucking personnel. They don't know what's going on. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Anybody, like, that's the problem, is that we got to this weird point where you cannot criticize the Chinese government without being called a racist, even though it's provable, demonstratable, and now coming out even more in droves that a lot of this pandemic was on China for fucking not being honest with people. Here's why you should respect Fauci. Fauci is actually a really good dude, and I think that this is something that a lot of people forget because he's next to Trump, but this guy's way qualified for his job. So here, we're going to watch this. And this is out of CARE 11.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, a key member of the White House Coronavirus Task Force, has become a household name and the internet's new crush. Known for his ability to break down the science behind the disease for a wide audience, he's viewed as the most trusted voice by both Democrats and Republicans. So who is Dr. Fauci? Fauci was born on Christmas Eve in 1940 to Italian immigrant parents in New York. When he was a child, Fauci worked in a family-owned drugstore. At 5'7", Fauci was captain of his high school basketball team. He received his medical degree from Cornell University Medical College, where he graduated first in his class in 1966. Fauci started his long career at the National Institutes of Health in 1968. Over the next 5 decades, he steadily climbed up the ladder to become the nation's leading expert on infectious disease. In 1984, he became the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, a position he still holds today. During his tenure, Fauci has served 6 presidents and worked to battle AIDS, SARS, Ebola, Zika, and the coronavirus. Fauci first stepped into the public eye during the AIDS epidemic in the late 1980s. As the LGBTQ community became increasingly frustrated by government inaction and public apathy, Fauci, then a government spokesperson, became a target of activists. However, when protesters stormed the NIH building, Fauci surprised everyone by inviting them into his office. He ended up working with activists and adopted their idea of parallel track, an approach that expanded access to promising new drugs.
I consider Fauci one of the great heroes.
Now, with 3 decades of experience combating infectious diseases, Fauci has become the one person the public turns to for fact-based analyses during this pandemic. He's also been a blunt voice.
It is a failing. I mean, let's admit it. Things will get worse before they get better.
Occasionally contradicting the president.
The evidence that you're talking about, John, is anecdotal evidence.
When asked how he managed to not get fired, Fauci said,
that's one of my favorite things that ever happened was when Trump was all like, this medicine's going to work. And then he's like, no, it's pretty anecdotal. And like right in front of him.
Though we disagree on some things, he listens.
The idea of just pitting one against the other is just not helpful.
At 79, Fauci is known to be a workaholic even by Washington standards. He used to run 7 miles a day, but had to cut it down to 3.5 miles during the epidemic. When asked about the recent threats he's received, Fauci simply said, you know, it's my job. This is the life I've chosen, and I'm doing it.
We know you can get...
So that is Fauci. Hold on. Did any of that work? No. That one works. There we go. God, this thing, I'm going to have to fucking reset this pad. This thing is fucking being crazy right now. Let's see here. All right. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Can't hear you. They're showing Top Gun scenes. Yeah, CERN drone. You're not wrong. Yeah, well, that's the thing about Fauci is that he's not there to be a political guy. He can do whatever he wants, and that puts him in a position of power that is pretty good amongst a lot of people. Where is the other one? Was it this one? No, we already watched that. Hold on. There's 2 more, I thought. Yeah, okay. Here's one. This one's from the Cato Institute, which is a libertarian thing. But this is kind of talking about the economics of the whole ordeal. You know, they've got the economics built into these lockdowns. We're not going to watch all of this, but we can watch some of it for sure. Let's, yes. Holy shit, it worked, I think. Did it? Yes, it did. Fuck yeah. All right, here we go.
We live in the age of pandemics. Our globalized, urbanized economy is just an invitation to evolution. We've seen MERS, SARS, H1N1, Ebola, and AIDS. And I think we will see more. This one was just bad enough to wake us up in the way the other ones did not. But there are many worse out there. The evolution and the virus don't care if 1, 10, or 30% of us die from it. It just wants to pass it on. So one with this relatively low death rate compared to like cholera, the plague, and the other things that have hit us, I think in the end will be, I hope, enough to wake us up. We were shockingly unprepared. The failure here was the failure of our low-level bureaucracy, of the World Health Organization, the FDA, the CDC, and you can just begin to think of all the screw-ups that kept us from the appropriate response. I don't want to personalize it. It was always thus. It was this way around the world. Only South Korea and Singapore and Taiwan seem to have had a reasonable response. It was thus at Pearl Harbor. It was thus in 9/11. Well, let this be the lesson to not get caught the next time when a 10% fatality one comes through. The economic lockdown is a panic button. It's the emergency. It's what you do when it's completely gotten out of control. There's a danger, though, that we start to think of this as the normal response, because as always, how we fought the last one becomes the new norm. No, this was a preventable disaster, and we have to make sure that the response is to not do this again. How do you fight this right? You fight it early, hard, and fast. You test, you trace, you isolate, you lock down the hotspots. You don't shut down an entire economy. But we were not even taking temperatures. Just now we've woken up to find out that we don't have masks. The greatest industrial economy in the world is falling apart because we don't have 5-cent face masks. This doesn't need a big presidential plan and leadership. This needs a well worked out and oiled low-level bureaucracy. The president doesn't sit at the entrance to airports and take your temperature. The key is, as always, to get the reproduction rate below 1, really then it dies off. An important insight is that reproduction rate is not fixed in the virus. It's fixed a lot in human behavior, and it varies tremendously. We don't all have a reproduction rate of 2. So the economic key is to stop the people and activities, the small tail of enormously dangerous people and activities, not to stop absolutely everything. You want to stop the things that cause the highest danger at the lowest economic cost. And we've sort of realized that, that's what isolating is about. The people who are sick are more likely to spread it than the people who are not sick. Big group activities, crowded bars and clubs, yeah, that's more dangerous. But that principle needs to be applied more generally. And that's what the detailed test, trace, contact trace, shut down hotspots, put out the embers, standard public health is about. Not shut down everything, not decide what's essential and doesn't. Essential turns out to be about a half, and then we're not really paying that much attention to the essential. Having failed, we've locked everything down, and this is posing an immense and needless economic cost. The longer the lockdown lasts, the more it will be permanent. If you stop everything for 1 or 2 weeks, that we could call that the Great Vacation. You stop, but then everything is prepared to get going right where it was. The problem is that the debt clock does not turn off. And as weeks and months go by, jobs are permanently lost, businesses are permanently shuttered, those productive activities aren't there, and what could be a V-shaped recovery turns into an L-shaped recovery. And even in the V-shaped scenario, there's going to be a big shift in demand for what people want in the future. The viruses will be with us for a while, and life will be different. So what we need now is to get the economy going. And let's realize this won't end soon. There will be lots of uninfected people in the US. There will be a reservoir around the world. The virus is ready to start up again anywhere until you get a vaccine that vaccines everybody on the planet, which is years away. It's ready to start up again. The US tends to sort of dream of a tech will come save us. Every day there will be a cheap test, a vaccine will come. Yes, eventually, but not now. Now, what we need is that component that was missing in January. The cost is $1 trillion a month. We don't need reopen versus lockdown. We need to reopen smart. We need that combination of an economic and public health plan and the bureaucratic competence to execute it. Testing, tracing, putting out the embers, locking down the hot spots. It's not something the president does. It's something that has to be done at the local level. Macro policies, what we're fighting with now is a river of federal cash. There's this tendency, like a 2-year-old with a hammer, everything looks like a nail, and to fight the last war. So we're fighting 2008. We're spending right now $2 trillion. Eventually the forecasts are $6 trillion of direct borrowing. That all has to be paid back. And it's immensely inefficient. Just as one example, the $1,000 checks that
He's going to go over this a little bit. He's going to go over this a little bit more in this video, and we'll keep watching. But one of the things that's really important to note is how the economics stack up against it, right? Because it's not just, this isn't free money. That's not how this works. What this is long-term borrowing, the stimulus checks, the Trump checks. This isn't free money. This is money that they're going to come take from us at some point down the road. And that's something that I think has been very misrepresented during all of this. And even though it might be dry and hard to follow, the economics of the lockdown are scarier to me personally than the virus. Because if we don't do something about this economy, everything goes. And that's when shit gets weird.
That are going to every citizen. Well, they're going to 60 million Social Security recipients, those who have government jobs, those who have government pensions. All our plans have the big disincentives that will slow down the recovery that they had before. As one example, we're paying people more to stay home than they get from working. Reasonable perhaps for a week or two, but not in the fall when you're trying to restart an economy. Our Fed is literally printing up $5 trillion of money to hand it out, propping up prices so that no investor has to take a big loss. And I wonder, where is the 2008 populist outrage at this? Well, not now. We're fighting an emergency, but that is and should come. And as usual, there's massive disincentives to all this. If we bail out industrial companies and airlines, like we bailed out the big banks in 2008, really bailing out their stockholders and bondholders, does that mean they're allowed to rack up big debts again? Does that mean financial markets are perpetually like a 4-year-old on a bicycle needing the Federal Reserve to step in every time prices threaten to go down? Are we going to Dodd-Frank regulate everything in the wake of this? So please, this can't go on. And we can't wait for our government. We at least let's look forward and not wait for the debt crisis to hit the U.S. We have to do things a little bit efficiently and not normalize this as the response. So we got to get through the summer, which needs us to reopen smart. We need to get through the fall, which means to turn off the natural ideas of too much stimulus and the policies that keep the economy from going again. And then absolutely, next time we need to get ready for the next time. We need to fight this next time with a competent public health program, not an economic catastrophe.
I think that that's the most telling tale in all this to me, is the way that it, here, and we'll copy that. We'll throw you a link in here if you want to. I know sometimes people want to watch this again when they're done, but this is an interesting thing. Yeah, and it is the scariest part of all this. I mean, I honestly believe the scariest part in all of this is that life is going to be different, which is fine, but when they, like he was talking about it, when you reopen, I mean, you've had people now that have been sitting, some people have been sitting at home for almost 2 months, and a lot of those people have been getting paid more to sit at home than they were to work. I mean, I'm getting paid way less to do this, which is way more work. And that's okay. I don't mind. I like it. I love to come here and entertain you guys and try to put together a show that we all like. But that's the kind of the whole drugs of it all, you know, like the drags or whatever. Like, I can't talk, but whatever. And it's such a weird thing because we need the economy to go. We don't really know what's happening. And the government is overreaching at the same time. And that's a very dangerous combination because the more you look towards government overreach, the more you're seeing people trying to affect your life in ways that they should have no right to do. Like the idea that some of this is necessary, sure, it might be, but all of it's not necessary. And I think most people know that. And that's kind of the issue that I'm having with a lot of this. So, I mean, that's kind of just the way it ends up fucking happening sometimes, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it, you know? Like, but the reality is this is just where we're at. And this is a really good article I found about the overreach stuff. This was actually an article, and then there's also a Stossel. I should just show the Stossel, and then we'll do the article another day. There we go. All right, here. We're going to watch some more stuff. Like, we're just getting these all out of the way quick here towards the end of the show. But, yeah, this is a Stossel that's really interesting on the subject of the government overreach, and I will, of course, copy and paste that link in here for you to all watch if you want to do that. And I might even start putting the links up on the YouTube site. We'll see. YouTube just edits me so hard. I don't really care about catering to them. Like, if you wanna rewatch this show, I would suggest doing it right here on Twitch. Like, they're out there on YouTube, but that's more for people that don't really know Twitch, because Twitch isn't editing and they're not as hard ass about stuff as YouTube is. So that's nice because they get around it with transformative content. So let's go here. Wait for it. Did that work is the question. Yeah. It did, but it didn't light up. That is very weird. So we are good to go there and there. And let's just make sure people can hear it. It's really hard to do this towards the end of the show.
Some governors are still refusing to take action to protect their own citizens.
The media keep insisting government must set stricter rules.
10 states have no stay-at-home orders.
Even some on Fox say it.
It is necessary to shut things down everywhere. And that includes Utah, Wyoming.
Wait a second, has he ever been to Wyoming? It's got so much open space. Why would the same rules apply here as in New York? It's creepy how some people are so eager to have authorities boss us around. Police departments now monitor people with drones.
This is the Volusia Sheriff's Office. Please adhere to social distancing guidelines.
Now some people are saying enough. These people are protesting North Carolina's stay-at-home order.
I feel that my rights have been completely removed.
On Twitter, the police declared protesting is a non-essential activity, and they arrested this woman. But wait a second, the Bill of Rights does say the American people have a right to peaceably assemble and petition the government.
All public and private gatherings of any size are prohibited.
Michigan's governor probably...
So this is an interesting thing that... Let's make sure this is on. Yep, okay. We're on. You guys can hear me? No? Yeah, there we go. Okay. This. It just muted my audio. This towards the end of the show, the shit gets real sloppy. Yeah, I know. I fixed it. The thing about this that's important to notice is that protesting is now illegal. And that's something that we're supposed to be allowed to do, but you can't even, like, whether you agree with the protests or not, we all know that they originated from the GOP, the Tea Party. That doesn't negate the overall point of this is just what it is now. And you don't get to just take away people's rights because you're scared they're going to die. Without rights, we all might as well be dead. It doesn't matter. That's the problem. And this is the problem that we're going forward. And the newscasts and the media, they don't want to talk about it because there's no answers and it will just bum people the fuck out. So
Probably impose the harshest rules.
Residents can no longer visit friends or relatives. Those who have more than one home banned from traveling between them.
No wonder people staged this protest against her rules.
They say it goes too far, takes away their rights, and in some cases is too arbitrary.
Arbitrary is how it looks. Big stores may stay open, but they must not sell certain things.
Big box stores will also have to close areas of the store that are dedicated to things like carpet or flooring, furniture, garden centers, plant nurseries, or paint.
But things like gardening and painting are activities that can be done far from other people. So is exercise. But watch out in California.
A paddleboarder is chased down by law enforcement for being out on the water at Malibu Beach.
This man was more than 6 feet from anyone, but police chased him down.
He cut him off!
And they punished him.
Yep, this paddleboarder was arrested.
In Encinitas, California, police gave $1,000 tickets to people watching the sunset. Yes, they were inside cars, not endangering anyone. That day, the police posted this video saying, "We go to work for you."
We're going to continue to be doing enforcement. We're dealing with the crisis at this point, and we want compliance from everybody because this is lives that we're trying to save.
But it's not clear that demanding total compliance is the best way to save lives.
In the Swedish city of Malmö, life appears to be carrying on almost as normal.
Sweden took a near opposite approach. Yes, they encourage older people to stay inside and tell sick people to stay home. They don't want hospitals overwhelmed. But otherwise, they let life happen.
In this street in Stockholm, there's not much evidence of social distancing.
Sweden's leaders don't think an extended shutdown is sustainable.
Closing schools, more stringent measures like that, closing borders. You cannot do that for months or years ahead. What we're doing in Sweden, we can continue to do for a long time, and I think that's going to prove to be very, very important in the long run.
Because a vaccine's probably more than a year away. Until then, the best protection is what epidemiologists call herd immunity. A critical mass of people who get the disease and then are resistant to it.
Herd immunity is the one thing that will eventually slow down the spread of this virus. Nothing else will slow it down in the long term.
The idea is that once enough people have gotten coronavirus, there'll be enough immunity to prevent future mass outbreaks and to protect the most vulnerable people. The jury's still out on Sweden's experiment. More than 1,000 Swedes have died, 5 times the deaths per capita as in neighboring Norway. But if Swedes acquire herd immunity, their death rate will be the first to drop. Other European countries have also concluded that lockdowns are not sustainable. Germany just freed retail stores from the lockdown. Denmark reopened classrooms. Norway's students will return in coming weeks. And Austria is reopening shops to people who wear masks on May 1st. That seems smarter than the absolute shutdown promoted by many American authorities.
If we see continued noncompliance, they'll wind up facing misdemeanor charge, and DWP will step in and shut off their water and power.
Shut off their water? Let's be sensible about this. Politicians are supposed to serve us, not just boss us around. Hope you like these videos. We count on you to keep them going. If you'd like to help us make more, please press that button.
All right, so that is another Stossel. Big shock. Let's see here. We'll get that gone. There we go. That there. Boom. All right, we're almost there. It is. Booyah. All right. So there we go. So yeah, that's let's see. A lot of videos to take in here. Again, sorry for just blasting you rapid fire, but we didn't get to everything that I wanted to at the beginning because we had the fucking little thing. The thing is, and this is an interesting thing that I'm going to talk to probably Tovar. I'll probably squeeze him in here. I don't care if we go a little bit long at this point because I've got, I think, one more. Let's see. Is it this one? No, we watched that already. Is it this one? No. Okay. Well, guess what? We're done. We hit all the news points, which is great. Which means, let's see here. We will, whoops. God, that is awkward. There's that. There's this one. We'll go here and here. There's a burp for you. That's an online burp, baby. Boom. All right, let's do this shite. There we go. What up?
Not much.
How are you?
Oh, not bad. I just got done watching that Prince special on CBS, and then I was listening a little bit of some Tom and freaking Margaret show.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, right? I never knew that they had it in them to just be so fucking crazy.
Please, oh please. Well, I did. Fucking Margaret's a smidge creepy, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, did you see where she also accused Daryl of raping her sister?
Oh, did you see a couple years ago when I accused her of raping several comedians in the community, and she fucking withered away?
This is gonna get juicy. I can already tell.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that like she has a history of taking like she actually bragged about it at MNCS like a couple weeks before everything shut down about how like.
Why are you so soft? Hold on, I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. You're real quiet.
Oh,
there.
I'm talking. I'm not on speakerphone.
Are you wearing your mask into the phone? Is that what's happening here?
No, I'm not wearing my mask on the phone. No, but yeah, she was like bragging about it at MNCS like a couple weeks before they closed about how she used to be a bartender at a sober bar and she couldn't get laid, so she just went to comedy because drunk comics were easier targets. Like that's literally what she was joking about on stage. I was like, can you imagine if I went up there and started making these jokes?
Well,
about,
but I mean, that's like, this is my problem with that topic at all, though. I mean, like, and it was always my problem with this topic. It's like, yeah, but that's kind of true, right? And that's what everybody does, right? Not me or you. I'm just saying, like men do it and women do it, but we put a weird stigma on it. But like that was like at a centerpiece of courting up until like 99 to what? No, probably even longer than that. Probably like 2010.
For sure. And I'm not saying that I'm like completely innocent of like getting a woman liquored up because I wanted a piece of ass, but like to the point where they're like blackout, don't remember it, drunk, probably not.
Sure.
I don't know. Like she's just exhibited creepy behavior.
Well, it's weird that Tom would be the one to call her out because Tom's like the guy that wouldn't usually, you know.
Well, and Tom, what's really funny is that like that whole like bickering back and forth over like whether or not they'd sleep with each other is funny because I've seen Tom turn down like actual good-looking women.
Well, he turned down that threesome for a cheeseburger. Remember that?
And even after that, like no, seriously, and like you and I, like I don't want to like call him out like publicly or nothing, but like. I have, on more than one occasion, seen him turn down a chance to get laid because he was just, I guess, nervous about what other people were going to think about him.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know,
no,
man.
he's shot down more pussy than most comics get.
Yes, for sure. He's an attractive dude, man. He's a sexy ginger. There's all kinds of women that want to jump his redheaded bone.
Did you watch that Stossel thing, or were you watching
Margaret.
something else?
No, I was all caught up. After the Prince thing, I made some fried ham.
So it's interesting, and I've been doing a bunch of research, right?
Yeah.
So the Sweden model, right?
Yeah, which is the one that like I
but
think
it's
is
but it's based. So I did a bunch
yeah.
of research, right? The Sweden model, because it's based in herd immunity, right?
Yeah.
They always expected their death count to rise to number one immediately.
Right.
So like this idea that like, because I know Brian was talking about it yesterday, and then you were like shooting him down with it. But like the reality is that I think both of you misrepresented what was happening here, and I didn't know enough about it to chime in because I did a bunch of reading and shit today. I got caught up on a lot of stuff, but the thing that's interesting about that is that there is a scenario where even with their numbers shooting up like it is, they're still the right ones. Because if they get herd immunity before anybody,
here's my argument against
done.
that, and because I've actually had this argument, because like I said, I've gone round for round with Brian, and the thing is that like their whole argument is that they're making the people who are most susceptible fucking quarantine. They're forcing them to quarantine. And their death toll numbers would suggest otherwise. Their death toll numbers would suggest that they're not doing a good enough job keeping people who are susceptible.
But in their own model right now,
I don't know.
No, listen to me. In their own model, right? They are under the amount of deaths they thought they would have.
I mean, I guess, but that's still when you're looking at death rates that are 5 to 7 times higher in your neighboring countries. That's
but
like,
the idea, but that's not. But the
morbid,
idea
dude.
behind the ideology is that over the course of time, you won't have waves 2 and 3 of this, so your death count will actually be lower.
Yeah, but if you look at other countries like Norway who are just going to wait for a vaccine, their death toll is going to be lower anyway.
But you could make the argument that the major spike hasn't come through there yet. Like, same thing with how America. Like, the main spike hasn't even made it to the Midwest yet.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is if people are socially distancing properly and you have everything locked down, you're not going to see a second and third spike.
Maybe.
The second
we already saw spike 1, so when spike 2 comes, it's spike 2 for us. That's going to be the main spike.
Yeah, but they're already talking about those spikes coming when the social distancing policies relax. That's what the dance is. That's exactly what the dance is.
But they're also talking, like, you got to get beyond the dance, man. That's one study by one person.
I mean, no, you don't, because the dance is what's going to cause all those numbers to cause up.
Maybe, or herd immunity. There's a bunch of other theories that are on the table. That's all I'm saying.
How are you going to get sick if you're not going around anybody else?
The entire society gets sick. That's the whole idea. It's like a flu vaccination. You're not trying to keep the people. You're trying to keep the people that are susceptible to it out of the way of this, because you're still going to have outliers of people in the people that aren't affected.
What Sweden is proving is that you don't know who's susceptible and who is not, because if they
did,
then
that's an even bigger argument for herd immunity, because if you don't know who's sick and who's not, you damn sure aren't close to a vaccine.
It's a bigger argument for waiting for a vaccine, honestly.
No, because it's a bigger argument for a vaccine's never coming.
How do you know that, though? How do you know?
Because we don't know anything about it. You can't, today we even showed on that video clip about how a lot of health professionals have no idea about how they're treating this, right?
Yeah,
so there's a very good chance that the methods that they're going to and the avenues they're researching aren't going to be fruitful, because we're going to understand something different.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
we're just going to disagree completely on this. Look, I'm not going to concede that at all, because the thing is that you're tossing away unnecessary life to try and prove something that you don't know if it's going to exist down the year 2 years or not. Like, I can understand.
You're not tossing away. Like, your argument isn't valid, though. What are you talking about? What are you throwing away?
Okay, in a year, let me finish my train of thought. Actually.
Well, you keep talking over me, and then you want to finish your train of thought?
Oh, yeah, actually.
Okay.
Because I just said that I'm not going to agree with you, and now I'm trying to state the reason in which I'm not going to agree with you.
Sure, but prior to that, you were okay talking over me.
Now I'm done arguing about it. Like, what do you want from me, dude? If you don't want to hear my side of the argument, then
you can state your argument.
I've seen you do this with other people.
No, check it out.
Listen to me. Listen
other people. No, listen to me.
You talk more.
Listen to me. You give your side, and then you have to listen.
I don't want to listen to you right now. That's what I'm fucking telling you.
Right.
You do this to a lot of your other guests, and I'm not going to let you fucking do it to me.
You give your side of the argument, and then I will give mine. That's how it works.
That's fine. But you're not doing that.
I am.
You're still trying
I'm trying to tell you that if you shut up and do it, you can do it.
Talk over me. I don't even want to talk about it. We'll talk about it another day, man. It's 11 o'clock at night. I want to take a shit. Thanks for having me on the show. Goodbye.
We didn't get a Tom picture. That's not Tovar. That's Tom. Whoops. There we go. Well, there we go. We ended with a flame out on Tovar. That's fine. It's funny how Tovar is talking over me. And that's the thing. The audio shows it. Because I'm like trying to give my case, and then it talks over, and then it just progresses into like this talking over thing. And it's like, if you give your side, then I give my side, then we talk about it. That's how that works. But the idea that herd immunity is proven or not proven is just not the case. Yeah, right? No, that's what we're doing, man. You gotta stick through the videos, dude. We're adding content after the videos. That's what we're doing. The thing is with herd immunity, with a lot of it, is that we don't know what the numbers are, but the human body can actually create a vaccine on a level that scientists won't be able to. That's just a reality. The human body isn't trying to research to understand this virus. It's trying to keep bodies alive. And eventually, that's what happens with all of the like herd immunity stuff. And people that just don't understand that, like the model that Sweden gave for what they're trying to do, the death toll right now is still under what they assumed. And if their herd immunity works, like look at Minnesota. We were all talking about how, all of us got this around January or February or whenever it was. And the reality is that that's not really what happened. Or it is. If it happened that way, then we all got the immunity and we don't need to be locked down. If it didn't and it's constantly mutating, the body is going to come up with that faster than a vaccine. And these medical experts are all going down these different avenues where they just don't understand what's going on. And there's no way that research can be even semi-close to what the human body can just do, And it's going to be interesting to watch Sweden, though, because, their numbers do spike, but, they were supposed to. And that's kind of the weird thing about doing that. Like, and here's the important part to remember too, is I will argue against or for all this shit. As I read stuff, my mind constantly changes. But the reality is that each day the data comes back and different things are given different sway. You know what I mean? Like Sweden, like they spiked up to, 1,700 right now is what they're at. But you look at America, you look at Spain, you look at Italy, you look at France, probably China if they're reporting their numbers accurately, right? And these are all 20,000. And that's the whole ordeal with it. Let's see. Tovar, you don't see how you talk over people, I guess, so they're trying to make a point. Sorry, I won't lay down easy. It's ridiculous to throw away that much life when you don't know when a vaccine comes out. No, but that's not what happened, though. And you can go back and listen to this if that's what you think happened. But the audio, I'm trying to talk and you're talking over me. And then when I do it to you, you get mad. And it's on the tape. You can see it. It's literally there. You can go back and listen to it. It's there. But the reality is what I was saying is that you're not throwing away lives if this ends up becoming something that your body does become immune to. And we don't know what throwing away life is. See this more with one guest. Yeah, it doesn't matter, though. I have done that in the past. I'm not saying that I don't do that. I'm saying in this scenario specifically, you were doing that. You were talking over me, and then when I did it to you, you got angry. And it's all there on video, bro. All of it. I do talk over people. You're absolutely right. This case, you were doing it to me. So it got really funny that you were getting mad at me for doing the same thing. But the reality with the vaccine argument, though, is that like if medical science doesn't know the right direction, they don't know the way they're supposed to go, they could be working on a vaccine the wrong direction for years. And we have a pattern of that. I mean, like that's what happened with HIV. When AIDS came out, they were studying AIDS the whole time till they realized like, oh, they need to be going more at suppressing HIV. Sometimes trying to figure out exactly how the things work up against each other can actually take you further away. Whereas the human body comes in and it will just be focusing on killing this with their white blood cells and adapting. There are many scenarios where the human body, and AIDS is a bad example because it never did that, but whatever. Let's see here. Your shoe, man. Call however you want, but I'm always going to do that when you won't let me get my ideas out. Sure. So maybe don't talk over people and then get mad about it. Like, here's the thing. I'm not saying you and I can't work on not talking over each other more. Like, we absolutely can. But you're talking over me, and then when I'm just trying to set a format to stop us both from doing it, you get mad. And then when you get mad, you lash out, and it's just something I always do. I don't care if you reflect the lens, but just realize that's a lens that's reflecting the whole room, man. That's all. I don't care. I love you. I don't give a shit. You can do whatever you want. You know that. I don't give a fuck. I appreciate that you come on the show. It's pretty great. They also recommend you don't have unsafe sex to prevent. Who recommends that? Show me one person recommending you don't have you don't have unsafe sex? So you have, that's a lot of double negatives right there. I don't even know how to read that shit. But all right, we're at 3:40. I think it's time to move into the end. Here we go. You ready? Awesome. Thanks so much for listening. Go to Venmo or PayPal. Bloop. It's right there. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all the guests. Tonight was a very weird one. We are off tomorrow and Thursday because remember, we do the Steel Toe Evening Show tomorrow, and on Thursday we do the Savage Dragon the Savage Thoughts podcast, and that's kind of what we like to do around here. I gotta find that one. I had a really good song that I wanted to end with. Let's see here. Let's do this. Hold on. Thanks again. Ugh. Yeah, for sure. Your argument is saying herd immunity will take over. That's not what my argument was. I'm not angry. You're the one that shouted and said, okay, I gotta go take a shit. I'm out of here. Yeah, I bet you do. But here's the thing. Maybe next week we'll go back and listen to that clip. Because, I want you to own up to your shit, man, as well. You can say all you want about me, but, go back. Go way back on that. The audio's there, man. It exists. Ain't nobody taking down that audio. Where the fuck is... God damn it. Now you're fucking me up, man. Trying to find that song that I liked. I don't know where it is. Where the fuck was it? Oh, there it was. Boom. All right. We do this every fucking day except for Wednesday and Thursday. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Come back and see us again. Tomorrow, again, we have the Steel Toe evening show. And that will be on the Steel Toe Show channel, which is pretty good. Come on. Why are you being like this? There's that. And then let's see here. That'll work. All right. Steel Toe tomorrow. Savage Thoughts on Thursday. We're out. I will see you on Friday. You guys have a good night. I suppose this link's not going to work now, right?
To our town, the microphone upon his hip. Supper fools, and he never took no lip.